Last time on Sentinel Comics, the role-playing game. Ultraviolent is there and he looks furious and he just says, "Where is he?" It just explodes against the side of his face. There's just cinders everywhere. He says, I need you to finish it. Not you, only he can do it.
I would take your thimble from you, but I would not take your life.
He kneels in a dark room and says, I beg you, end it. And a figure says, as you wish. A quick jerk and a clean slice, and Ultraviolet's head falls to the floor. This figure kneels and takes the thimble in his hand and slides it onto his thumb. How's everybody doing today? Good.
I'm not at all concerned about anything that's happened in any of these games.
How do you feel about yesterday right now?
It's great.
Good.
It's totally great.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything went according to plan, I think.
Yeah.
We didn't kill Ultraviolent, so Ultraviolent's still alive, and that's great.
It did kill me, but it was only a version of it.
And you all just went home to get a good night's sleep?
I mean, we're presumably still there.
But we're cutting ahead.
Okay.
You can go home and get a good night's sleep.
Then you tell me.
What I was asking what you did last night.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is the next day.
So when you ask that question, do you want to say the words what you did last night? Because I've never heard those.
So the next morning.
Okay.
This is a news reporter. I have a news report.
Oh.
Yeah. That means we heal our health, right? This is the next one.
Yeah.
Heal our health.
As the sun rose this morning, downtown Peyton City found itself overrun by strange cloth creatures, destroying property, weaving large thread nets between buildings, and causing chaos all around the financial district. Shortly after the attack began, downtown's famous Callum building was wrapped in a cocoon of thread and fabric. Police have been unable to enter the area, and several heroes have entered only to disappear, assumed captured, or killed. Authorities are urging citizens to stay in their homes as appeals are being made to other cities in an effort to enlist the help of heroes elsewhere, more as the situation develops. So, that is what happens in the morning. Maybe you watch the news, maybe you see it on your phone, but all of you know about this for some reason or another.
Sure.
And right here, I kind of want to do a montage scene of like how each of you feels, what each of you does in reaction to this, if you decide to go, how you get ready, stuff like that. So we're going to start with EB.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. In the morning, I got up and I was like, oh, good. Yesterday was a very busy, messy day, but today I can get a lot of work done on these various alterations that I've got queued up, and I've got a couple of hero outfits I need to make, so this is good. I can get some work done. I'll just turn on the radio and listen to the radio while I work. And then I hear these reports, I'm like, oh no, it can't be. And I look out through the blinds in front of my shop, and there's just strings strewn across the city, like a massive red spider web.
Yeah, there's a little bit where you are, but you're pretty close to it.
Right, because I'm in city center.
So you can see from there. Yeah.
And I was like, well, I guess I'm going to have to put on the mask and go, because my hope is that these strings, since they're in some way related to my needle, I can touch them and solve them. So I'm going to go out there into the world to figure that out.
What time of day is this? When do you wake up?
I get up pretty late, so like 7 a.m.
Okay.
That's
what I was wondering.
Who do you speculate wakes up next?
Well, I mean, assume that everybody's already awake at this point, because it's getting on in the day. At this point, it's like 7:30, maybe even 8 o'clock. So I assume everybody's awake and they're dressed and they're ready to go. They've probably been to the gym and maybe done a little bit of morning writing. But I think that the person who probably has the most morning routine of anybody is actually Floral Phantom, given that she was a professor.
Right.
That she probably has a very ordered lifestyle.
Used to getting up and getting ready for school to
Everything
teach.
we've seen about I've had afternoon classes. I don't know what you're talking about.
Florfin is like, it's 2 o'clock.
So it's like in SpongeBob 3 hours later. When I actually wake up, it's fine.
Is that something that happens?
All right, well, like Jen knew, I guess. Really? Why did you laugh then?
It's
fine. It's
I
fine.
know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Right.
I'm aware of the concept of 3 hours later.
Has
I've
anyone
only seen 2 or 3
I'm
SpongeBob
aware
episodes in my
of
life.
I've never
never
seen any
seen
SpongeBob
All right,
because
well,
I'm
I've
an
seen a
adult.
lot of SpongeBob because I'm not an adult.
Well, your character though hasn't either because she's old she's in her 30s.
She would have seen it.
Right.
My sister who is the same age has seen SpongeBob.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I was like a little bit too old for it.
Yeah,
I've seen like a clip from it, but I've never seen an episode.
I've seen bits from
And
it.
the clips that I've seen have made me go, I don't need to see an episode of this.
I mostly know the 3 hours later from other people editing it into their videos.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, and also it's like, it's a joke that has extended.
But it's like a specific
so
voice.
3 hours
That's-
later, I wake up at around 10. I wake up
Cool.
and
There's no more strings. I've already solved them. I've had 2 hours to work on them. So
I wake up and I look outside. I don't even look at I look outside. I look at my phone. There's an alert on my phone that there's like, news happening, something like that.
you're like, oh, the Google Stadia is on sale already.
There's an alert on my
hope
phone
that joke's still
specifically
relevant.
about the threads.
People looking at Stadia. It's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
And I shoot a group text to everybody that says, because I assume I know the three of us exchanged contact information before we split ways. I guess
That's true.
I'm making an assumption that I also got your contact information.
I have a burner phone.
Yeah, so I have So I shoot a group
You have a phone
text
number.
that's like,
It'll only last for a little
hey,
bit.
is anyone else seeing these strings? It's like very obvious, and then there's like a selfie with the strings. Or I'm like, there's these.
What?
Yeah. And I thought you'd like it. And then I get, I'm just like, well, seems like it's time to be like superhero. So I don't bother getting dressed. I just immediately change into my outfit. It's an outfit. You can't argue that. It is clothes. Anyways.
I can't argue that. We did it yesterday.
Anyways, so I just get ready and I'm like, I guess I follow them to where they're going because they're all leading towards the same place, right? They're all coming in towards the same area, right?
Building.
There's a whole area surrounding the Callan building.
Yeah.
That's
Yep, I'm gonna start heading that way.
okay. Who's next?
Riley.
Riley.
Yeah, so I probably did get up fairly early because I probably didn't sleep very well last night to begin with. And like I'm hanging out, I'm in the gym, I'm at the manor obviously, in the gym. I'm very upset about the way things went down yesterday. I exposed, my secret, all that kind of stuff. So I'm not having a very good morning to begin with. It's kind of rough for me. Like I've rewrapped my hand and all of that kind of stuff. And I imagine I've got like a TV on somewhere, something playing like some morning news or, and I kind of overhear what's going on. And it's a little bit of conflict for me because with everything that went on yesterday, today I just wanted to be alone. Like I just wanted to be by myself today, not have to deal with any of these new people that I've met, these situations going on, whatever. But when I hear that like other heroes have gone in and are not coming back out, like some of those heroes are people that, I've known, they're family, friends, things like that.
Yeah.
And so it's enough that I'm like, okay, I got to do something about this. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do about it, but I at least need to go check out the situation, see what's going on.
Okay. Let's do Evelyn Cross, and then I'm going to come back to you for a second.
Okay.
I have a question. So,
Yes.
When at night did this happen? And when would it have been on Twitter? The reason I'm asking is I have a very musician schedule. I was
Right.
up till 4 a.m. I'm not going to wake up till noon.
It happened before 4 a.m. It would have hit Twitter by probably about 2:30 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't get on the morning news.
Right.
until
Yeah, no, totally. So in that case,
Yeah.
I would have actually like become coda and gone to like scout
Okay.
at least what was going on
Yeah.
in the middle of the night.
Okay. All right. Well, I could tell you. So, right, what you see immediately when you go do that is that there are hundreds, if not thousands, of bagmen just like scurrying about, weaving threads all over, and it seems like anyone that comes in, they're wrapping up in cocoons of red thread.
Can I do anything to try to like at least warn people or keep people away?
Yeah, you can keep people away, and like the police can't get in,
Yeah.
so they're just like making barricades around the thing. So you can
Yeah.
help, crowd control.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff
what I
like
want to
that.
do
Yeah.
for sure. And like
Okay.
assess the situation, things like that, like observe what's
Yeah.
going on and analyze things if there's anything. So
Right.
there, but I really want to like keep people safe and gather as much information as possible. For now.
Yeah. You had talked about having another scene before all this happened with him.
I'm going to do a flashback
I'm
scene real
sorry.
quick here.
All
That's
right.
okay. No, we're just
We're gonna
gonna
do a flashback
you,
scene.
You could be confused about this. It
Okay,
actually works
cool.
out.
And
This is the
that's
thing we
fine.
talked about a while ago. Anyway, so
Oh,
when you
sorry, I thought
so
you meant,
when
like,
Riley first
yesterday,
Yes.
and I was like,
arrived in Peyton City, you were at your house. You're figuring stuff out. You're like, how am I gonna deal with this stuff? And there's a knock on your door.
That's
Very precise
That's the familiar knock
Right.
Right.
of your family friend.
The old familiar
Do
knock.
you go to open the door?
I kind of peer out and I'm like, who's here? What is
You
going
see an
on?
old gentleman wearing a nice suit, holding a box that maybe looks like a cake box, or maybe a box of donuts, like that size of box. And as you reach
shotgun.
your hand to the door to open the door, there's one more knock right before you can open the door. Just one.
Just one. He always does that. Yeah.
Timing.
Yeah. I obviously would recognize you and I would open the door. Yeah.
Good morning, Riley.
Good morning.
It's good to see you back here again, though I know it is not without its complications. I just wanted to bring a gift for you, so you have it when you need it.
I don't know. A gift like that's very kind of you, but I'm not sure why you felt the need to bring me anything. But
I've been waiting for you to come back for some time, and you'll know when you need it. I'll see you at the funeral. You head up the box, and I'll head out.
okay.
You open the box to see the donuts inside.
It's actually a banana.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Potassium is important.
Don't load
And by
Your
now,
sugar?
your apartment
Right.
is full of fruit flies.
Do you open the box to see what's in it? You open the box.
So yeah, like I like this is really bizarre, and I go into the kitchen, I put it on the counter, and I kind of like, what is Evie doing now? And I kind of peer into the box.
And you can immediately see that like it is a bit of fabric that like this is obviously like a superhero costume. Slam it shut and throw it in the shredder.
Pretty much, yeah. No, I mean I slam it shut. I'm just like okay. I don't know why he's doing this. This makes no sense. I don't need this today. And I just like throw it off to the side. Like there's just piles of boxes on the side of
catch-all table.
Yeah, you're right.
that everyone has.
There's stuff in the corner that's like, it's the pile of things that I have not had time to deal with, I don't want to deal with, and whatever, and I'm just like, nope, and I just chuck it over there, and I go on and move about my day. I'm like,
Yeah.
no. Mm-mm.
Okay. And so come back to now.
Yeah.
Yeah. How are you feeling about that?
Honestly, I still don't think I'm ready to like put on a suit at this point.
Okay.
I'm not.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You established a thing. There's a box
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yep.
What
I'm not ready
stares
for
at
that
you?
yet. Yeah.
Oh, and
No,
it's
it
like-
is. It's like that
yeah.
annoying little reminder in the corner that I'm just like,
Yeah.
I grumble about EB every time I see it, and
Yeah.
always trying to make me. And just why can't he just keep his, keep to his own business or
Right.
whatever?
Yeah. Okay. So what does everybody do in terms of getting there? You're already there.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
just start headed that way. You're already in there. Are you headed over there too?
Yeah. Yep. I
Okay,
head
just
over.
just in your civvies though.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'm just going over to be like, what can I do? There's people I know inside. What's going on?
Okay.
Yep.
Did you get my text?
I did. I got your text.
Do you have do you all meet
Seriously,
up from
this
the?
girl.
So I got there.
Friends.
So I got there hours before they did.
Right.
And Coda got there hours before I did. Now we didn't have any communication before
Right.
that, but when I arrive fairly early
Yeah.
in the day, Coda's already been.
Yeah.
So I think that we want to start with like
Right,
you doing
we'll
a
meet.
thing,
Yeah.
and then I'll meet up with you.
Because
And
I
then
help the police a bunch at like I get there at like 4 in the morning.
Sure.
So I help the police a lot. I haven't slept all night. So after I'm done helping them kind of make sure it's like stabilized, people aren't going in there, I go to Starbucks and I get like a lot of, what are some Starbucks drinks that have a lot of caffeine?
Espresso.
Yeah, some of them.
Sure.
Yeah.
You get a
Mike,
dope,
You get a-
definitely.
you get a
yeah, Evelyn
triple
would
shot.
definitely,
Yeah.
go to Starbucks. She definitely does that, but I just don't know the Starbucks words.
Right.
You can
Would I
only
get a venti
6
something?
shots. Yeah.
Would it be
in a-
venti?
The trick is you don't want if you want a lot of caffeine from Starbucks, you don't want a bunch of liquid. That's not actually
true.
doing you any favors.
No, you're right.
So it's not like I want a venti cup full of espresso. No one's going to do that. You can get a doppio, you can get a triple shot. That's fine. But what you want is just the espresso. Anything else is actually just
okay.
because a lot of warm milk. That's not going to make you. That's not going to
No,
help you at all.
that's bad.
So what you want is just the espresso.
Just the
shots.
espresso.
So
Right.
They
you
won't
want,
go-
like maybe a cortado or something. If
Yeah.
you're like, I don't want a straight shot of espresso.
It's like a
It's
really. You go.
You have to decide
that's
if you want hot milk
Yeah.
with your brewed espresso.
It
Or
seems
I get an
super
Americano
important
with
to the
just hot
story.
water with it.
Right, an Americano is good, and you can do like, and the thing is, you can so Starbucks sizes are venti, grande, tall is the shortest, but actually there's one underneath tall which is a short,
Yep.
and a short's a very small cup, and you can do a short Americano, which is just 1, 2, 3 shots of espresso, and the rest is hot water just to like give it a little bit of open it up a little bit.
Well, yeah, they won't
So-
go
You
above
also
6
might just have like
shots,
your
though.
local coffee shop that knows you
So
because
this
you
way
play
it's
there,
two.
and they just like chuck a bunch of caffeine
Oh,
at you, and
that's
you're
true.
like, yes, that's what I needed.
That's a good point. That's probably what I do. That's good. Thank you for the coffee advice. I was like,
Yeah.
I understand that my character drinks coffee.
This has
and
been
I
a
don't,
TED
so-
Talk.
Yeah. No, that's good. This
more
is
you
useful.
know.
Yeah.
To build out this character, I need to understand coffee, I feel like. Yeah.
All right.
You could also
Yeah.
just be drinking Red Bull like everyone else.
Evelyn doesn't-
So how are you?
well, she would sometimes drink Red Bull, but not all the time.
How are you
at
operating in this area, and like what are you trying to do like as the morning progresses?
So as the morning progresses now, I want to figure out, so it's mainly the central building. What is it called?
It's the Callum building.
The Callum building.
Yes.
And I want to try to figure out so I was presumably there when at least some of maybe the finishing touches were being put on the enclothification
Okay, yeah.
of the structure.
Right.
So
it happened all very quickly.
Right.
But yeah.
I
but you
want
saw
to
part
to the
of it.
extent possible, I want to analyze from that, and then I want to just try to figure out, go around the building from the outside and scout
You
it.
can't get close to the building.
Right.
Yeah.
But where? Because it's
yeah.
like
But
from,
like
from
yeah,
a distance.
from a rooftop, you can see.
From a distance. Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do, and look at how it's put together and exactly what it's covering, and
Okay.
see if I can find any particular way that, once as the friends that are really
Yeah.
I've worked with on this situation, once they get here, I want to already have a plan for how we can get inside
Okay.
safely,
So
or less dangerously.
You can't see anything from here that's like, oh, this is where I go in. It
Right.
just sort of looks like this massive brown and stitched it just looks like cobbled together remnants of cloth, and you can see like some bits of the building where like it stitches into it, but it doesn't look especially hard to penetrate. It just looks like someone covered the
Okay.
cover the building
know.
in cloth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
There's more fabric than even the professor had in his apartment for us to make
Right.
12 stories of room
Yes,
from.
this is much
way
more
more than
fabric
that.
than
And that
yeah.
was a lot of fabric.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is, I think it's safe to say, more fabric than any of you have ever seen at once in your life.
Maybe
At one time.
maybe
I
seen a
think
lot
all
of
of us have
fabric.
been to a Bed Bath and Beyond, and like that's a lot of fabric.
That's
in
not.
there.
It's not that much. This is way
This
more
is
than
like
that.
2 Bed Bath and Beyond.
Oh, okay.
Beds, baths, and beyond.
Yeah. How are you
Two
going
bed,
about
two bath,
things?
two beyond.
Bed here. Anyways.
So I in the morning, arrive at the building, and we can't get close to it because there's red thread everywhere, and I want to know what happens if.
And bagmen everywhere.
Oh, okay, great, fantastic. Do the bagmen seem to be like menacing people, or are they just kind of standing around? Like,
They're patrolling.
okay.
They're just like walking around, like looking for things. If they find someone, they wrap them up in string.
Okay.
And then.
So the cops are keeping people back. What's the delineation between the cops' cordons and the bagmen's patrols?
There's probably like a good 100 yards.
Okay.
And there's just a large mass of threads and like bits of fabric and stuff that the police tried to get through but can't. They're just too dense. So the area is sort of cordoned off by the material, but the police are keeping people back further than
So
that.
there's like a bunch of red thread, and then like a no man's land of pavement and streets, and then like a bunch of J rails and cop cars.
Right.
And like there's the like no man's land in between.
Yeah.
Like yeah. That makes sense.
So, yeah.
All right. So I want to. I pull the thread, the red thread on a spool out of my pocket, and see if it has any reaction to this. I assume it's just inert at this point.
It's just inert. Yeah.
All right. You said there's red thread everywhere.
Yes.
In the city, and
Yeah.
this is where the highest concentration of it is. Are there any
They're
threads?
like of various thickness too. Like some of them are like this big.
Yeah, some big
Like-
old, yeah.
Which stretches the boundaries of the term thread. Yes.
So I want to find a thread that is out here somewhere that's leading in there.
Okay.
And like grab that thread and pull on it. And
It seems like there's nothing inherently magical about the thread.
Sure.
Like you pull on it and
I touch the thread with a needle.
yeah, and your needle will sever it.
Right.
But it's just like you sever a normal piece of thread.
So needles don't sever thread.
No, I know, but this one.
Okay, I'm just making sure that we know that like this is not a cutting implement.
This is a
But yours.
cutting needle.
Okay, it's a knowing needle.
It
cuts to the quick of the
right,
issue.
and knowledge cuts.
So know is actually an alternate definition is a 14th century verb that means to cut or sever.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
So right.
Paul's definitely making that up.
Paul's lying.
So
Making us lying
the
face.
Right.
the problem is that Paul's lying face is also Paul's telling you a serious truth that he really cares about.
That's not true.
No, it is.
Yes.
No,
It's
it
the
is.
same face.
You think I'm lying to you?
But
So
here's the thing, is
the
that of these three gifts of fate, there's not scissors. So one of them has to cut.
what do you mean? There's not scissors? But no. So the
Next episode, the last one, is called The Scissors of Fate. It's all one.
so the
Spoilers.
they would be shears. They wouldn't be scissors. Anyway,
Fate shears.
yeah. So I want to grab one of the smaller threads, not one of the beefy ones,
Yeah.
and cut it, and then thread the end that is running into the building onto the needle,
Oh, okay.
and then see if I can actually get anything from it in that
So
way.
you can actually, if you do that, you can see along the thread.
Yeah. Okay.
And you see
Like,
straight into the building.
For certain uses of the word see.
Right.
I know along the thread.
Right. You know along the thread.
Yeah.
And you get this image of the interior of the building and the bottom 28 floors of it. It's like a 30-story building. Bottom 27 floors are completely carved out of it.
Okay.
And so it's just like a long column, and there's like threads going everywhere inside of there. And the top floor seems to look like a cathedral almost, with all of the way that the threads are spun. And you see just like a large stained glass clock face on the backside of the building. And it's standing in front of it. It was this guy right here. And he's got his back to you at first, but he turns and he seems like he sees you. And he says, "What do you hope to see?"
Everything.
"I can show you everything."
I've seen everything. Twice now.
"Yes, but I know everything."
So you think.
This guy seems like a one-upper.
No.
No.
I know everything plus 1 times infinity, and no callbacks. He says you could have done this easily. You could have given me the needle. We didn't have.
Why would I want to do this?
These other people didn't need to suffer.
If I were to give you the needle, you would only create more suffering.
I would be as unto a god. The suffering of people would be beneath me.
As well as the survival of people. You do not have what it takes to put the people before your petty wants.
I have already mastered the past, and when you come to me, I will obtain the present, and with those two things, I will control the future. I look forward to meeting you in person.
Does he like banish me off his line or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
He-
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Yep. Yeah.
And I'm just like, whoa, come off the
Yeah.
It's like,
Do you then just like pick another one? You're like, nope, still see you.
no, like we had a good scene.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
He's the guy.
So I run into you after this, I think.
Yeah. So like I'm doing.
I was just in the coffee shop.
And then like I'm like I've like stepped a little bit into the no man's land, and
Right.
so and like so the cops are like, oh no, but then like I'm doing a thing with the thread, and they're like, oh, maybe here's a thing, and he's got a weird mask and stuff.
Okay,
So
yeah.
like
This guy checks out.
right, yeah, like this guy does that slash maybe we don't want to interact with him because maybe he's like, but you see me there and
like
you're like
running around,
Yeah.
having policemen like, sure, you're
Yeah.
around. But so like I fill you in on like the things that I observe about the structure of it coming together and kind of the positioning of a bunch of the bagmen around there. Just like some tactical information.
There's someone in this that holds power over the bagman that is perhaps been behind all of the anomalies of the last day or so. Certainly, the everything that we interacted with in the loom was the work of this entity, and we need to get to him and stop him before he achieves this godhood he seeks.
All right. Well, hopefully we can stop the spinner before he.
I think we just go in there.
Okay, that's good.
Let's just do that. We're both very good at fighting,
Yeah.
combat.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
No, that sounds good.
I'm sure you've got it.
it's,
That's
at
fine.
this point it's like
I'm just gonna go back
8:30 in the
to
morning,
gym
so
and hang out.
we can do
It's
2
fine.
hours
Yeah.
of combat before
Right.
these two show
I'll
up.
get some
do
coffee. Do you want to get coffee?
Yeah, let's go get some coffee.
You
I
two
heard
aren't-
about a really good coffee shop from
You two aren't
Coda
even
the
awake
other night. Damn.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Sure,
I said.
it's
I've been awake because I didn't sleep very well last night. I've been awake. It's just that I was hanging out in the gym and doing stuff, and I just happened to have the TV on in the background, so it took a while before I realized what
I
was
think
going
by
on.
now, like, we're probably
Yeah.
caught up.
Okay. So yeah, you
know.
head
What do
over
you do?
here, and you probably see them standing in the no man's land, just
These
like
two
just in
again.
front of the cops.
I think that the red that they're using is just like a little too tomatoey of a red. I think they should be using like almost a burgundy. I think that would be a lot
really
better.
like bring out the colors of the building.
This is this is the conversation I walk into. I'm just like, really?
Seems like we're.
This is what we've done with our
The
time?
thread is behind all of this. I think it's important to know what it is we're getting into.
So you show
The
up.
color.
I ask you if you have Whiteout's phone number. Like I think we could use some help.
Oh, that's a good thought.
Just freeze all this fabric. Because if you think about it, something that
Yeah.
is damaged by fabric, it's the cold weather. That's why in cold weather you get rid of fabric. You'd want to have less fabric
Right.
near you,
Right.
because it's going to get damaged by the cold.
Yeah.
Well, that's also the thing behind the trend for like metal winter wear.
Right, exactly.
have, like,
because metal,
steel and aluminum,
Metal's
like,
a lot
clothing.
better in the cold,
Right.
Because
And
it absorbs the cold into the metal.
Right.
Right.
Right. That's why. It's not as.
And you want that up
That's
against
great.
your skin.
So you're gonna call your friend for.
I, unfortunately, during this conversation, discovered that the number I have for him is outdated. It's been a real long time since we've talked.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, that guy's not available.
Okay. Sure. I was gonna say you could call him. Like you can call him.
Yeah, doesn't want to.
All right.
That's fine.
People usually don't change numbers, or like not a lot.
But they
He's
could.
a hero.
They
He did.
guess,
They do
but-
sometimes.
He
Yeah.
did.
I mean, he has an alias to protect.
Also, well, okay. In all actuality, though, he probably, I'm guessing, is already Let's call him. I'm guessing he's already inside.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume.
Yeah.
Oh no, that came from inside the
Oh
building.
no!
All right, cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, when you get there,
Yeah.
let's cut ahead to there when all of you are there.
Yeah. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure. Like,
Right. You talk about coffee.
Yeah.
It's like-
Yeah.
Let's do it.
In looking at it, you think like there's this massive thread. A person can climb through it.
Sure.
Like you just can't drive cop cars in there. You
Yeah.
can't drive. Like
But there's also then we'd have to contend with the patrolling bagsmen.
yes, many of
The
them.
baggists.
They're not the hardest
The
dudes
baggage.
to deal with.
Yeah.
So far, they haven't been.
No, I've never killed one.
No, but you pretty easily dispatched one. So, what? How do you want to approach this?
Okay, so we're all there. We all like
Yeah.
shared our information with each
Right.
other
And
and all
I
that.
filled you in on things that happened this morning.
The cops will tell you anything you want to know, like that they know.
Do you happen to have like a snowplow? We're in Nebraska. If we can get a snowplow and just
Actually, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
What if we set
That's
them
a
on
really.
fire?
He is like that is a really good idea. They're all in this warehouse downtown because it's the
Right.
middle. It's the middle of the
Yeah,
summer.
let's go get them.
But
Let's go to the warehouse and get
Okay.
a snowplow and drive it up to the building.
I think that we can just send the cop to go and do that.
Yeah,
Just be like,
well, I
yeah,
don't-
but, like in the meantime. Just like, while
like
you're
they
just, like,
they
hanging
have
out.
tried like SWAT vans and stuff.
Sure.
But like, you can try a snowplow, sure.
I'd like to try a snowplow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why can't we just set the threads on fire?
Oh, that's a good
So-
idea too.
Yeah.
We should have a
We don't
multi-pronged
have
approach.
we don't have anybody here that can just generate fire though.
Yeah. It's not like we know a person who could like, make some
So
fire.
I'm gonna start this because we're trying to go in. This is the zone sector.
The zone sector.
Yes. There are two like optional objectives here that I have. Clear the way for police,
Yeah.
which will take 3 successes. And then there's captive heroes,
Including,
including Whiteout. He's
And?
one of them.
tell us the names of the captive heroes.
Whiteout, Caltrip, Credo, Tenacity, and Sugar Skull.
What's Sugar Skull do?
You don't know.
Maggie's like, tell me about the
Be
guy.
tied up.
Yeah.
What Sugar Skull do is be tied up.
Yes. That's it. Right.
The skull of the name.
Well, I
Right.
just feel like if we also knew what all of them did, maybe we would decide which ones we wanted to save.
But like
it
we
could
don't know
help
who's
us.
tied up.
I feel like you've already decided which one you want to say.
Maggie's like, give me a reason to start here.
Right. So yeah, we're gonna start time here. The area is slowly being expanded. Like they're just annexing things slowly as the.
And then how many bagmen are opposing us in this? If we're trying to get to the.
Well, so none of them see you yet.
Oh, perfect.
So like
There's no bagmen. as
they're
right
all
here.
just like around. Like when you go in there, then we can address that.
Great.
But
How, are any of the tied up heroes? I don't necessarily care which names are which because I can't tell. They're all entirely tied up. But are any of them particularly close to the perimeter?
Yeah, can we see them from here?
you can see. These are the ones that you can see.
Okay.
Yeah. It's safe to assume that there are a few other. There's not more than like a dozen heroes in this city as it is.
Right.
Right.
There are probably others elsewhere, but this is basically the ones between you and the Callum building.
Sure.
I'm also assuming, like, if the news has been out there keeping an eye on this, they've probably reported, like, oh, we see this hero going in and we haven't seen them come back out or things like that, so we have some
Yeah.
knowledge of who's in there.
Yeah.
My guess,
I
if I had to
believe you would
guess,
have,
is
like,
that
a
there's probably Whiteout, Caltrop, Credo, Tenacity, and Sugar Skull.
Riley's like, yeah, that matches my list.
That's my guess.
You made all their costumes.
I did.
Yeah, every last one.
Based
of
on the
them.
bits of fabric I can see.
Yeah.
That's what I can see.
Oh no, I know where every costume I've ever made is at any given point in time. I just
That's
have awareness.
Whoa.
Gross.
I really don't.
I'm not gonna. Pete, give me
know.
back your
You've basically
costume.
been putting-
It's creepy now.
You've been putting tracking devices
I've
on
low-jacked
people.
every hero. No,
He was cute
I
before.
do not have
that.
this connection
Yeah.
to the things that I've made. That-
And then he's a supervillain, and we've just been helping him the entire time. Anyways,
Not yet. This is
Spoilers.
this is my supervillain origin story, where I finally get fed up with the plant lady and kill her.
that's okay. You can try.
Congrats,
I regen.
you've driven a pacifist to hatred.
Achievement unlocked.
Yeah.
So you're gonna go get a snowplow.
No, I'm gonna start freeing heroes. I
Oh,
told
fair
the
enough.
cops are going to go get a snowplow.
Oh, good. The cops will get a snowplow.
Yeah, because they can't. There's nothing else they can do right now.
Right. They're a lot of them are just going to wait. They're going to go try and get the snowplow warehouse open.
But the stone
And,
sector
like-
is expanding, and so we
Yeah.
don't want to stand around and just wait.
No,
I
absolutely.
would like to make a minion and have it be an overcome minion to start.
Okay,
working
sure.
on
We
something.
can, we
First
can,
action.
we can
I
start
think
with
that would be a
that.
good move.
Yep.
It's
Jump
a
right in.
very good
Okay,
move.
so I'm gonna make like a tree, and plants.
I like the pronunciation. The punctuation of this.
Science.
Make like a tree.
Gonna make like-
I'm gonna make like a tree. And then. Okay.
One of these times she's gonna say, I'm
This
gonna make
could-
like a tree, and
yeah.
then what she means is she's actually just leaving the fight. She's like,
Yes.
I'm gonna make like a tree and leave. So peace out.
Make a tree like a tree in the
min is a
park.
2, so I make
Dang it.
a small limited minion that is a d6 size,
Great.
and they are going to be. What type of minion do I want them to be?
Go ahead. Go ahead and put the bagman out so you can see them.
Nice little-
They're going to be an overcoming minion, and I will think of a name and everything for them. But
Yeah,
I'm
because
gonna,
you got until the start of your next turn.
yeah,
to have
I'm
that
gonna
minion ready.
I'm gonna get that.
And I
going.
figure you're gonna put more time and effort into it than
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
reasonable.
All right.
Yeah, yeah, I will.
Who is next? The environment has gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Bagmen are not on the initiative right now.
Yeah, that's
so
fine. Who do you want to pass it to?
Oh,
You have to decide.
sorry,
That's
I
the way
forgot.
it
I forgot. I don't know why I
I'm
forgot.
really excited about your minion.
I was like, that's a good
Now
thing
it's
to
time to
do.
draw.
Riley, why don't you go next?
Riley doesn't have a plan yet.
If you want to pass it to me instead, I can just boost
Oh.
everyone.
Yeah, let's pass it to
Yeah.
Coda.
Getting the boost stuff
Yeah,
is good.
I've
That's
been
a good idea.
looking at a bunch of stuff, so I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to boost using postcognition because I kind of see now how
this
this
came to be.
be,
Yeah.
and see what it's going to look like. So I'm going to use my D8 for postcognition, my D10 for insight, and then it's in the green zone, so I've got a D6. And this will be, my mid is a 3.
Sure is.
It sure
plus
is.
one.
But do you know what I'm going to do? Do you know what I'm going to do? Is that I'm going to take 1 damage to reroll my die pool,
Oh, okay.
which I can do after
Good call.
all.
That's a good call.
Yep.
Oh no,
Oh no!
this is worse.
It,
I mean,
it
it's
just
actually
is
the
worse.
same.
It's
the same.
It's
Yeah.
identical.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, is this the everybody gets attacked?
Everyone
and
gets
overcome? So-
attack and overcomes are +1 for everyone.
Okay.
So I guess I wasn't really able to.
That's a +1.
There's so much chaos going on with all the threads and so many people moving around that it's really hard to get a good beat on it here. So I'm going to try to focus up
You're just like, okay.
and focus. I'm going to try to focus on more
Everything's so hazy right now.
specific situations.
Yeah. It's like you get static because
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
threads. Yeah. All right. Who's next?
It helps a little bit, but
Hey, I'll take those pluses. Yeah. Who do you want to pass it to?
now I'll pass it to Riley. Who has definitely made a plan.
Yeah, had all that time.
I know. I'm sorry.
That's what I know.
Riley still doesn't have a plan.
You want to pass it to the spoke instead?
Yeah.
All right, the spoke.
All right, so Spoke is going to take a lot of time to explain the things. Riley, stop paying attention to me. What I'm thinking about, what I might do, in a way that doesn't distract Riley, but does. Oh,
You can pass the environment after your turn too.
can't. Environment is already gone.
Oh,
Is the thing that
nice.
Adam started with.
Great.
Yeah. So
Yep.
the thing that I will do at the start of my turn is
Yeah.
to inform Riley, hey, just so you know, I'm going to pass it to you when I'm done.
Right.
Which is the thing.
Which is a good move. It says in the rule book.
Right. That's step 0. Is that you can let somebody else know.
Step 0, I think.
Right.
It's referred
It
to
is.
as.
It is referred to it that way. So I'm going to do that. But also, we knew that was the case because you were the last one in the action
Right,
order.
exactly.
But so what I'm going to do is I'm looking at this and I'm looking at, and I had this conversation with this jerk in the tower.
Yeah.
I was going to use a different word, but I'm a pacifist. So I was like, okay, very well. He has made for himself this golden outfit with his golden thread and everything. And before this, I've always had a mask that's just a simple red mask that matches the red of my vest and the red of my shoes and the red of my gloves. And I am going to, using the needle, drive the needle into this mask and put these gold designs that are here. And so now my mask has these gold designs on it. That weren't there before, even though you've probably seen them this whole game. It doesn't matter.
Right.
They're new now.
They're new now.
And now my eyes also glow gold. And that before they didn't, it was just like you could see my eyes through the mask. Now I have this, so like I'm taking up this, and I'm like, fine, this is his time. Me and this needle, we're gonna do this thing together. It's
Yeah.
gonna be great. And I make for myself, yes, My mid is a 9,
Whoa.
so I have a persistent and exclusive +3 to everything I do.
Wow.
As I glow,
That's
as I am now, the knowingness of my needle is my knowingness now.
That's amazing.
So, yeah. Because what they say is knowledge is power.
Yeah.
And then while I make this boost card for myself that I will have, I'm going to pass it to Riley.
So Riley is actually feeling a little bit stuck right now because the situation is such that normally she would just try to like punch, kick, force her way in.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason why she's having so much trouble trying to figure out like what do I do about this situation? Where do I go? How do I? Because the police. She's talked to the police. They've been there. Obviously, they've tried to force their way in. None of that seems to be working. So
Right.
what is she supposed to do that they can't? So Riley's going to do something that she never expected herself to do. Riley's going to leave and go back to the manor.
Bye!
No, she's going to leave, go back to the manor, and she's going to see if this costume, if it's going to help in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
All right.
For all intents and purposes, it's going to take you at least 2 turns.
Yeah.
I think that's
Yeah,
okay.
so you'll show up.
Yeah.
triumphant.
So
You
on
left-
this turn,
you left kind of
you
before
depart,
this happened.
And
Yeah.
as far as the action here is concerned, like, oh,
Right.
where's Riley going?
Yeah.
Who can say?
Yeah.
Who can say?
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Riley's just leaving in the middle of a conflict. What an upset!
Yeah. Who's
the crowd?
Who's next?
Yeah. So it's the top of the round, so you can pass it to whoever you want.
Yeah.
Unless there's a way to make an overcount, so I can use principle of chaos, but I don't think there is.
I think
No.
that's good.
This is
Because this way you can
Yeah.
show up
yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah.
It'll be great. It'll be like a movie.
Yeah. You come in on like a broken motorcycle, like one that doesn't work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they go, hey, Riley, I think now's the time to get fired up.
And she
And
just
she
she on the
says-
motorcycle, turns around, and drives off.
Right. My bad. Never mind.
Okay, so puns are a no-go. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're not doing that. Okay. All right. Sorry. Oh, she's gone.
Not that type of RPG.
Okay.
So we obviously, I don't want to pass it to you because we want this to stay around.
Yeah, pass it to the environment.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
not?
then they'll pass it back to me. We want to give her at least a chance. to
Oh,
use the
yeah.
bonus.
Whatever you want to do.
I
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
That's true.
Okay.
would. Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
We'll start, yeah.
Sweet. So I made Penny Bun, Breaker of Threads.
What is it?
Penny Bun. He's a penny bun mushroom.
Oh.
Breaker of Threads. They're poisonous. Don't eat them. So
I was gonna eat penny bun.
She
don't eat
actually
them.
says that as she puts him down. It's poisonous. Don't eat him.
Just in case. So he's gonna start working on. He's gonna start working on the heroes because I think that maybe if we get some of the heroes out,
So he's going in there
yeah.
because nobody's got in
Well,
there
and
yet.
he's teeny tiny, so he should be able
You
to
can just like
get
wiggle
in.
through the threads.
Yeah, and he's the overcomer, so
Yeah.
he's gonna
The overcomer.
the overcomer. So it's a d6, but he has. Does he get a plus?
Yes, he gets a +1.
Yep.
Okay.
And
Which is
he's
good because he needs
3.
it. He fails.
Aw,
That's a failure. Sorry.
it's okay. He tried. He'll get stronger.
Tugging at
He's
it.
just stuck. It's
Yeah.
like full, like a Winnie the Pooh moment.
you might
He's
wanna
just got
do an
little feet
upgrade on
hanging
that.
out the back.
Yeah, I know. So if I boost
Yeah.
that, I can boost
Or one of your
my
minions.
minions, and
And
it'll just apply a boost to him. It won't increase his die size, right?
right. So you had the other thing. You had another ability. Is it in
It's
your yellow
lower.
zone?
It's
Oh, is it a
lower.
red zone?
But you can use a
it's-
red zone
Right.
ability for a major twist.
Yeah. You can boost one of your minions using the attachment. You can also upgrade it to your max die
can.
size.
Yeah.
And so
That's-
that might
You
That's
can
like
use
all
an
if you
action
want.
Yeah.
So you might want to, you can for a minor twist, you can access a yellow zone ability
Or
while
a
in the green
major
zone.
twist, you can.
But you don't need the red zone ability.
I don't need the red
It's
zone
not actually
ability.
helping right now.
When I'm in the yellow zone, can I do that with
Go
the red
listen to
zone,
the
but for a
DM.
minor
Yeah.
twist? Okay,
Correct.
cool. Because I do want to.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but for
But
now.
yeah. Okay,
So-
yeah. So I'll do that. I think that's reasonable.
So you
I'm gonna
usually-
do Miracle Grow.
So you got to talk about that minor twist, although
Yeah.
it'll come up as probably part of the rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna access one of my yellow zone abilities
Okay.
and take a minor twist.
Yeah.
It's gonna allow me to boost one of my minions using part detachment. You may also upgrade that minion to your max die size.
Cool.
So part
Where's
detachment.
the die you just rolled?
In her
I know.
hand.
That's,
That's
my hand.
Oh, but you don't need that anymore.
It's a neat build. I think it's
And so with part detachment, I'm gonna like yank off my ear and throw it at
Ear,
him.
why is
'Cause
it always the
always
ear?
It's not
Yeah.
that useful.
She has so.
I need my.
not that
There's little ear
useful.
mushrooms.
Okay,
You have an entire
sorry.
character
You know what?
built
For
around
you,
yelling
for
information
you, Jen,
to help you.
I
And she's like, I
yank
don't
off
need an
my
ear.
nose. And
That's worse.
was that better or worse for you?
That's way worse.
Better
So
or
I'm going to
worse?
draw a nose on him.
I am not present in
It's gonna
the
be
scene.
an
You
ear,
can
so it's
pick up
gonna
whatever
sprout off
part you
another
want.
little spore on him. He's gonna have a little buddy up
His
top.
nose shape.
Not better.
So
So you boost him,
yeah, I boost with
and-
my.
and so it's your mid because it doesn't
Yeah.
say. And you can up die him to your max die size. Your max
he's
die
a
size is a D12,
D12.
Whoa.
and you give him a +2.
Because it was
Bonus, 'cause
yeah,
it's
it's
a
a
boost.
7.
That's pretty rad.
Wow.
That's really good.
So he's
what
now
what happens to him?
So
He goes to a D12 minion.
actually, what happens?
Is-
So I said that he grows a spore, and I think that that's probably true, but also like,
His little
he
muscles.
eats he eats part of it because it's Miracle Grow. So
Yeah.
he eats part of my ear, and then with that he gets
With
bigger.
a nose.
And he'll get bigger, and also like he'll get a few little like spores coming off of
He can
him.
get a lot bigger. That's
Yeah.
what a D12 minion is.
When you're a
Yeah.
mushroom, you don't get bigger by eating other mushrooms.
You don't know
I
that.
mean, people.
Listen.
It's the
people when
reverse.
people eat mushrooms,
I'm
they
a
get bigger.
plant.
So you have to, exactly.
Okay.
I'm not a people. I'm a plant.
You're a
so
The minor twist is that the bagmen have started to take note
Yeah. Yeah.
that.
Because the little guy sneaks in there, and then that little guy then grows, and they're like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 4 of them are looking at him now.
Yeah,
And
legit.
They're in the order. So
I've got to feed him flowers so that he can shoot fireballs.
Find a glowing star so he can run really fast.
I was gonna try and give him muscles, but I don't think I can do that. I don't think I'm capable. Sorry.
he
You
looks
just made him
like
look diseased.
he looks
Oh
halfway.
no, he got little spores on him. He's
He looks
fine.
like halfway between a Oddish and a Pikachu.
Is this a nose? Here, is that what that is?
Yeah, sure. That's what my nose looks like. Just a little lump.
All right,
He
who's
did eat part of it.
who's
so-
next? You got
You can pass it to anyone.
the environment.
Oh,
The bagmen can't go yet because they're new.
Okay.
and-
So give him a tap just so that they're.
Oh, yep. There you go.
Yeah.
So we don't want to. You're gone for at least one more turn. 2 more turns.
But, I mean, it's worth passing it to Riley so we can move that along.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll pass it to Riley.
She's gone already.
No,
this
she
round.
ended the last round.
Yeah.
Oh,
I ended.
okay.
Yeah, she picked me
okay.
to go
Okay.
The
first.
only
Yeah.
person that has gone in this round so far is
Yep.
the floral
Floral
phantom.
Phantom.
All right.
Also,
I see.
thank you.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
So you're
I
on your
drive.
you're on your way back. You will be able to act next turn.
Cool.
You don't live that far away.
Yeah.
Also, you're a very fast motorcyclist.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can the
Definitely.
roads are clear. Everyone's like,
Right.
I'm not
And,
going
and,
out.
like,
Like-
if you,
Not a
like we've
whole
talked
lot
about,
of
a
traffic.
turn isn't an amount of time that is
Yeah.
set.
Right.
It's about a panel of a comic book.
Yeah.
We had one panel of you leaving, and now there's a panel of you like in transit, and then the start of your next turn will be like you arrive and
Arrive.
do a thing.
Yeah.
And so that's all fine.
Yep.
And you're on a motorcycle. Like when I was in high school,
Yeah.
my friend's dad used to drive motorcycles all the time and get mad at crime shows, like cop shows on TV, when the criminals driving motorcycles got caught by the police.
Yeah.
He's like, "You're on a motorcycle. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm like weaving through back alleyways. Like
Right.
and there's no traffic around it and
Right.
feed me
Yeah.
anyway. So yeah, I got this.
Yep.
Speed.
And then your friend's dad would go do crimes
Right.
and not get caught.
Because he was on a motorcycle.
Right.
Yeah.
Pro tips.
Who do you want to pass it to?
Yeah. Let's go with. Yeah, let's go with Bespoke.
Excellent. So normally at this point, Bespoke would be boosting and making people better, and Bespoke is glowing and stuff now, and just walks right in there. There's a section of fabric that's in the way, and as he gets to it, he raises his hand and just cuts through it, just walks right in there and walks up to one of the captive heroes and like begins very deftly unsewing
Okay.
the cloth around him.
Give me that
It is
overcome.
time. Right. So the needle.
It's like, not you.
And
Which one are you going to?
I don't. Oh yeah, you know what? I was like, I don't.
You can choose.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
or you can roll a d10. and
Yeah, and
divide
take
it
the
by
two.
two.
So yeah, we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yep.
So I roll a 1, so we're gonna get white out.
White out.
Yeah.
Alright.
So I am gonna. Of course, I'm using the knowing needle. I'm using vigilante lore because I know about these heroes.
Yeah.
And I'm still in the green zone, so I'm at my best right now. And I can use my max die And did everybody make sure they recorded that? Sorry, at the start of the issue, we had 2 hero points from last issue.
You're right.
So you can have 2 1s or a +2. Anyway,
Thank you.
yeah, I forgot about that until I was like, oh, hold on, we got hero points.
Every session,
Yeah.
always. I'm like, oh yeah.
Now that we're 10 minutes in,
10 minutes in,
now that
right.
we're 45 minutes into this session, let's talk
Right,
about hero
talk
points.
about hero points real quick. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah,
Wrote it on there. Okay.
I can use my max die, and I have a +3 to it, and I have a +1 from you. So I only roll a 5, which means it's a 9.
Great.
To free whiteout.
Okay.
And everybody gets a hero point.
Yep.
Nice.
I was like, thank goodness, my phone has been ringing.
Yeah. So Whiteout falls out of the thing. He's like, oh, he looks just beat up and wiped,
Yeah.
and he's like, oh God, thank you so much for saving me.
What happened to you while you were in there?
Nothing. I
Okay.
was just cocooned and I couldn't
Okay.
move. And I don't have the energy to come fight with you, but I can offer this. And he just like
Blasts me with cold and kills me.
no, he's like, I have one last thing left in me, and he chills the air and like kind of makes everything just like a little bit brittle, a little bit. So for the rest of the scene, everyone has +1 on all hinder rolls.
Okay. Okay. I'll just make a note for that. Put it out here.
Yeah.
And when you
Yeah.
say everyone, do you mean everyone or do you mean heroes?
Heroes.
Okay.
Even me?
Yes.
Are you
Because-
not here?
Yes.
No, because he
it's
didn't
the
do
scene.
that. He didn't do that to
Okay,
us.
cool.
Yeah.
He did that to all the
You
things we're
don't
trying to
have
hinder.
it
You were-
until
have it
you
in your
get
mansion.
back.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah, your
was-
mansion
That's
doesn't
what
have
I meant.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's what I'm asking. Like,
So if you're
No,
trying to
because-
hinder someone at
because-
home, you
because
don't have
Whiteout-
it. But
Yeah.
if you
Because
come
Whiteout
here,
didn't-
you're
that's
fine.
what I wanted.
Yeah.
Whiteout didn't do it to us. Whiteout did it to the scene where we're in.
Right.
Right, but
So,
it's
it's-
in the building you're in. It's not
Yeah.
like
Well,
it matters.
but
when
A,
I'm
we're not
at
in a
home.
building yet. We're outside the building. And B, he said in this scene. So in this scene, everything in this scene is what's affected by that.
Yeah.
So not,
Right.
What?
Not at your
I
manners.
Not in my
seriously
manner.
But you don't have any
thought
hinders
You were
in
gonna
there.
say, but I'm not a hero, and I was like, seriously, you're getting the suit.
Yeah, to be a villain.
hero name, none. I'm not a hero.
This
I
is
know.
the-
I swear, I thought that's what you were gonna say. I was
This
like,
is the villain origin story, as I said, of Bespoke and of.
We got a lot to get
Trials.
through, so let's keep going here.
All right.
So who's next?
All right, so I did that, and
Yeah.
so I'm gonna pass it to. The environment.
Okay. Check off one here.
how did you go?
No, not yet. This got knocked over in the excitement. There's some excitement about boosts.
And
Whiteout.
Coda.
All right.
This is your turn.
So I am going to now call up, like I've got to figure out what's going on. I tried last time to kind of call out some suggestions, but I hadn't taken enough time for myself first to like really try to analyze the situation, especially now that we've noticed that there are heroes there and we kind of see what's going on. And I've now heard a bunch of information from the phone call that my friend Bespoke had with the individual who is responsible for this up in the tower.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take a minor twist
Okay.
and I'm going to access my yellow zone, and I'm going to do a careful observation, and I'm going to boost myself using awareness and using my max die, and I'm going to use my +2 that I created from hero points on this
Okay.
roll as well.
Great.
So I am going to boost myself using awareness and then insight, and I'm in the green zone still. So roll these guys. And my max is a 9.
Great. That is a +3.
Yeah. So that's a +3. So now I got a precision exclusive +3. So I'm gonna do that. And great.
And there are 4
And-
more of these.
Ah, okay. Yes.
I know that you're here. Got 2 groups of them.
Yeah. Well, I want to hand it back to Riley and see what happens if she's gonna come back.
Nah.
No, you're
All right,
just
fair
you're
enough.
just like peace.
That's what I
Okay.
wanted to know.
It's gone.
Yeah, we're back at the start of the order.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So you're up.
and you're
yeah.
coming home. You're
So-
coming back here, not home.
But what do you do?
Yeah. So I get to the manor.
Mm-hmm.
And I go into that corner in the kitchen where this box has been for a few days now.
Yeah.
And I open it up and I kind of look inside and I'm like, is this what I'm doing? Like, is this really what's
Just that
happening
feeling
right
of like
now?
once I step over this threshold,
right,
this is
like this is it.
I'm agreeing to this life.
Right.
Yeah.
because part of my biggest fear is like losing my sense of self by becoming, this persona of a hero and
Right.
how everyone will see me and all that. So I take out the costume and I put it on, but before I like rush into battle, I feel like I should maybe just like go into the gym, feel it out a little bit, like see what happens, that kind of stuff. Is there anything special about this costume I need to know?
It's not going to change any of your stats. It's going to make you the hero that you have always wanted to be without knowing it.
It's very inspirational suit.
An important thing for you to know about this costume that people will know when they see it. It in no way attempts to hide or cover your arms intentionally. You know the costs of being a hero, you know the costs of doing the right thing, and you are not here to shy from them.
Yeah.
You're no longer running.
That's a big step. Okay.
But you have to take that step.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a step that anyone's pushing on you. You have to choose to take that step.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I put it on. And like I said, I go into the gym, I kind of feel it out a little bit. Like, I don't want to take a bunch of time with it,
Right.
but enough to be like, this is weird, this is different. How does it move? How does it work? Just kind of get familiar with it.
I can tell you that one thing that happens is that in the process of using it, you don't feel blocked. Like when you're doing your practices and stuff in the gym, a natural part of your attack is like, okay, I'm going to like throw some punches, and when you throw the third punch, some fire comes out, and it's just natural. Like you're not fighting to do fires. Like nope, fire is just a part of you.
Yeah.
It's just
Okay.
With your arms uncovered, fire is just a thing you do.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, so I kind of step into that acceptance of, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is where I'm gonna be now, and I head back.
Sure.
All right. I think that's like a major moment of growth for you, so I'm gonna give everybody a hero point for that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I would even actually start wrapping my hands again and be like, oh no, this isn't the way it's supposed to work. And then when I punch in the fire and I'm just like, this is just how it's gonna be now.
I'll show everybody when you get back.
Yeah.
So it'll be, you do that for this turn, the next turn you'll be arriving.
It's like you could probably arrive and do an action.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. Who's next?
Let's go with, do you wanna bounce back to Coda for buffs and things?
Sure. Yeah, I can
Okay.
do. That is definitely my plan.
Yeah.
So my plan is now that I've really analyzed the situation, now I'm going to try to call out advice and like point out where like I think it'll be easier to get that guy free this way and her free this way and go over there and look, there's some bagman coming and that kind of stuff. So that's what I'm really wanting to do. So this I'm going to use my post-cognition again to kind of know how everything came to be. And my insight, and then again it's the green zone. And this I'm gonna have my +3 persistent exclusive boost bonus to.
Yeah.
So, let's see. My mid is a 3.
Right.
But that's a 6 with
it's a
+3.
Yeah.
So it is a +2.
Yep.
And this is the hero overcomes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, it is. So all attack and overcomes.
Great. Who is next?
Now Florifine. I want to see what your D12 ridiculous.
Yeah. So Penny Bun, who knows what he's about, so he has a +3 because
He has a nose. Knows what he's about.
because he knows what he's about. Is gonna go and he's gonna try. Does he have to pick a hero that he's going for an overcome?
Or you can roll a D4 and
Yeah,
have it
just
randomly
roll
determined.
D4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
You can pick a
3.
hero.
It's
All right,
taking
tenacity. Yep.
You can't pick a hero.
Okay.
Penny Bun did pick a hero.
+3 is 9. Plus he also
Plus
has the 2.
so it's 11.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
And that +3 is going to go away because it's not a permanent boost.
Anybody didn't get to pick.
Penny Bun. Penny Bun.
Penny Bun was just given.
I know, I want to call it.
Yeah. So you break tenacity out,
It's definitely
and she's
honey
like, "Oh my god, thank you so much." But I don't really have like combat abilities, but I can like I'll stay back here and give you guys some support. And so everybody had, you can just add it to that card.
Perfect.
You have a +1 on overcomes for this scene, heroes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stacking.
Yeah.
Stiff.
Yeah, I have ways that they all help you. So.
That's great. I know.
Yeah.
No, it's just like just those two.
Just those
help
two.
us.
That's
You
it.
got
three-
lucky.
Yeah.
They don't-
The other one's.
Um,
So Caltrop gets out. I was like, I'm useless. I shouldn't be here at all.
Contra gets out, like, I want a sandwich. He's like, oh, let's find a sandwich. Here's a sandwich. Thank you. Do you have anything for us? Nope. I don't like crusts.
What is this? Ew, mayo.
I'm trying
You
to.
already
Yes, I do.
Sorry, I'm trying to pick what my character does now. How close are the bagmen to us?
So you have 4 of them kind of converging on Pennybun,
Okay.
and 4 of them that are headed towards the opening that you made because that's you got their attention in doing that. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I think I'm gonna make like a tree again and make another minion, but an attack minion this time.
Okay.
So let's plants and sign.
Make like a tree.
Bring back
Tree.
or
Make
Pete.
a tree.
Yeah.
Make like a tree.
And so my is that a 4?
Yep.
Yeah. So my mid's a 4.
Do you look at the chart?
Yeah. None of these apply to this, right?
No.
Okay.
This isn't an overcome. It's not a hinder. It's
yeah.
not an attack.
So he's a house pet-sized minion.
He's a
so
D8.
he's a D8.
Yates. Nice. That's
I don't
solid.
think we're gonna have any repeat minions.
So you're,
Okay.
Do you want Pete to come back?
No, no, no.
You even
I think you
just made
should.
the
No, I think you
joke.
should
I
keep
did make the
making new.
I think
Minions.
that they're just new.
Good.
They're all new.
Good.
New personalities every time. Who's next?
Repeat. I know.
The next person is going to be. Should I do this?
Sure.
Okay. So the environment.
Okay. Environment checks down. You are in the yellow zone.
Yes, we
Can I use your
are.
Sharpie?
Thanks. Fine.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah. And the bagmen, 4 of them are going to attack Pennybun.
Yeah.
'Cause they're-
All 4 are attacking the same minion. Okay.
yeah.
Just
All right.
like stomping at this.
That's what got their attention.
Yeah, yeah,
so-
no, it's legit.
Yeah. So first one, you're gonna have to roll defense.
Oh.
Yeah.
In a second.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna have to roll this in a second. Is what?
2.
All right.
Yeah.
12.
12.
Okay.
Hold on. A minion has survived an attack.
Yeah.
It
It
degrades.
degrades.
It degrades.
Oh, he's gonna not be so good.
So I wouldn't write anything until he's done degrading.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He's just a D10
They're
now.
just
Oh
like
yeah. So I have to switch dice. Sorry.
swarming him, and yeah. 3.
He dies.
Oh.
Oh, my penny bun. It's a good thing I made a new guy.
I defend him.
Oh. I didn't know we could do that.
No, you can't. I can't.
Okay.
I'm special. I defend him, and I reduce the attack to 0.
Okay.
So you don't even have to roll defense because
Right.
minions. So you don't
Yeah.
you don't degrade. So
Yep.
I can only do that to once. So you're stuck. But that's the thing.
6.
Oh.
Oh, we're in the yellow zone now.
Yeah.
9.
Great.
Alright.
So you degrade instead
degrade.
of dying.
Before that, before you degrade, we're in the yellow zone.
Yes.
So
I wouldn't
Right.
defend against this one. I would do it against the next one.
sure, do it against next one.
Yeah.
6.
Nice.
Nice.
So this one I'm going to do stuff against.
Yes.
So specifically, I am going to use my called warning. So when, and I can't because it's got to be a nearby hero. So instead I'm going to use post-cognitive insight. So after enemy rolls a die using an action, but before using the result, I'm going to hinder it using my post-cog
You get a
dice.
+1 to
and I get a
hinder.
+1 to hinders.
Yeah.
Great.
Plus my plus. No, this is exclusive, so it's just +3. Because I have a persistent exclusive.
Yeah, but you
bonus.
can use one. You can use both of those.
Oh, I just can't use 2
You
exclusive
can't use
ones.
2 exclusives.
Oh,
So
great.
you have a +4.
+4 to this hinder on
Yes.
this die.
Yes.
So it is an 8 + 4.
And so you have that 6 is nothing.
Yep.
And so
Yep.
you stay at a D8.
Yeah.
Nice. Thank
Great.
you.
So Pennybun is a D8 at the end of 4 attacks. It's amazing. All right.
2 of these are gonna come after you, and 2 of them are gonna come after you.
Nice.
What's up?
Bring it.
Does it come at
Come at me, bro.
symbol?
Attacks you for 6.
Great. And
Attacks you for 5.
I love it. Love it.
And attacks you for 1.
All right.
And attacks you for 4.
Nice.
And they jump on you and are slashing
Yeah.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the environment has gone. So go ahead and give that a tap. Tap the environment.
Oh yes. Those have gone.
Thank you.
Yes.
Nice.
You have
And
no
who-
choices.
It's you. Yeah.
It is me.
Yeah.
And just so you all know, it is the at the end of my round. It will be the beginning of a new round, and I'm going to be passing it to you. So you might nope.
Oh,
at the end of my
your round.
turn,
Yep,
it will be the beginning of a new round,
Yep.
and I will be passing it to you, so you know what's coming up next. I am going to. These bagmen are attacking me, and I'm just gonna like ignore them. I walk through. They slash at me, and I just kind of walk through them and go to another captive hero. Specifically, I am going to Credo.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go free Credo. I am in the yellow zone now. That's
Hopefully you
fine.
don't go from Credo to the grave.
That's really good. That was really good. Because of that, I give you and everyone else a hero point
Sorry.
as part of this
Thank you,
action.
very
We
good.
all get a hero point. I like to pretend it's because of the very good pun, but it is not. All right. And so I go to the next cocoon and I unstitch it handily, which is my max die is only a 2, which means that it's in fact an 8. So I succeed with no.
Wow. Yeah. All right.
Right.
Alright.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome. Yeah.
Credo comes out and is like, "Thank you so much. You're all true heroes. Allow me to impart inspiration to you."
Yeah.
And puts out this golden aura that gives you +1 to boosts.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's one to boost, you say.
Yeah. Who is up? Top of the round.
It is Riley, and everyone is
Alright.
is up. Is up. It's a new round,
So
including the environment and including the bagsman.
I'm going to hand you this face down, and you can reveal it at whatever moment you wish.
Can you fix those 2 cards for me?
Let me make sure that's the right picture. Yes.
Let me make sure I didn't spoil
You just
anything.
passed through a piece of paper that you just scrawled butts. Oh no!
That's the wrong one.
Wait, I didn't have that paper.
So,
Curious.
What?
story-wise, I think this would be more fun. It's maybe not as efficient, but it's fine.
It's awesome.
Okay, we're in
You're in the yellow
yellow?
zone.
Yeah.
Cool. So I can do a red
And
with a minor twist?
Correct.
Twist.
So, Riley pulls up, and and she's fully committed to, all right, I'm here, I'm gonna do this, and like she's kind of pumped herself up and ready to go. And so when she walks up, she sees the bagmen.
Mm-hmm.
Are
You
there-
see like a small hole
Yeah.
in the barrier, and you can see the bagman in there, and you can see some of them on the walls, and you can see them. Yeah.
Yeah. So in my head, we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
In my head, she walks up, and the first thing she does is eruption,
Oh, okay.
and she's just like fully leaning into, all right, fire, let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
And so I can attack up to 3 targets. Unfortunately, one of them must be me, but that makes sense. This is the first time I've ever done this.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna come in, charging and blazing. Let's go. So I get to assign my min, my mid, and my max dice as I choose among those targets.
Great.
So I'm gonna hit 2 bagmen, and then
And also you have a +2 to one of those
Yep.
to one of those 3 dice. So
But
your
you
choice.
select which one.
You select which one. It's probably not the one going at you. It's just.
But it could be. Maybe you.
can I use Unwilling Hero at this point? Yeah. That's fine.
I think
Otherwise,
you
I'm gonna
can.
use.
I think you use close combat.
Yeah,
You're-
that's
you're-
fine.
You're fire punching them.
Yeah,
right?
you're fire punching. I
okay.
think you can't use that.
But that's
the rest-
like
yeah.
that's what I'm assuming. That's pretty much just
You're gonna have to
Right.
no
rewrite
longer.
liability.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
at the end of the campaign, you have a space for
Right.
hero
Yep.
advancement in which
Right.
that sort of stuff switches out.
Yeah.
That's fine. I just want to make sure to clarify. And then D8 for being in. Okay, let's see how this goes.
And they'll have a minor twist afterwards.
No, I'm not going to use my hero
What,
points for this yet.
do we see you looking a certain way when you do this?
Oh.
You burst onto the scene and we see you fire punching these things?
Well, yeah, I was assuming basically I burst onto the scene, I do fire punchy things, there's a giant eruption of fire, which is what draws your attention.
And then we see
And
you.
then you see me.
I like the timing.
Yep.
That's great. This is great. This
Okay.
is great. This is great.
think it's good.
This is actually
you get?
useful.
You want to roll a 1?
An
Yeah.
8, a 2, and a 1.
Okay.
So,
So
I
he-
do the 8 on myself.
No. Well, here's the deal. They're also D6s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 8 doesn't need any boosts.
Yeah.
Right.
So
8 fails.
Yep.
He dies.
great. And
Yeah.
then I get this plus 2.
That's the
That's
only
the
one.
only one, right?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
so we make
Yeah.
the 2 a 4.
Which is
Right.
solid.
Yeah. It does defend.
Okay, so it's
yeah.
reduced to a D4 though. So you
Yep.
you singe one mightily
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you-
explode another one.
nuke
That's
one.
fine. It's the
Yeah.
first time I've done this. It's okay.
And then
And
you-
then the
And you
One
take
point of damage.
Yep.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, no, it's
That
great.
went really well
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
You have unfortunately gotten something's attention. Something that was here, but you didn't see. This
Bag
guy,
women.
You wish.
Oh yeah,
Oh, his tongue. Oh.
yeah,
It's made of yarn now.
yeah.
You're detaching your nose, and that's what grosses you out.
Yeah, don't bring it closer. I don't wanna.
It's like Little Big Planet.
So your friend Drivel makes a reappearance. This is bound Drivel. He has some stitching on him. He looks a little different. He steps in and roars. You hear the and then
What
so
word?
he doesn't yell anything this time. He's he just steps around the corner. He's about a block away.
Okay, good.
Like, yeah.
We
So
got so much time.
Time.
Right.
Plenty.
Easy peasy.
yeah. So
All right, love it.
yeah.
And we see as the smoke clears.
I haven't even seen it yet.
That's it. You should probably look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really cool.
That's good.
I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. That's really, really nice. Yes.
All right.
Awesome.
Who's next?
So as
Yeah.
the smoke clears, like before you pass it to anybody, I say, it's good to see you, unnamed hero. What should we call you?
So many big decisions in one scene.
On the spot.
Aside, Jen, do you have a name? Because if you don't, I do.
I don't. I actually, when we talked, I figured that it was more appropriate to let it be decided
Oh, okay.
as things unfold, or if someone else had like
Well,
clearly for you because you made the costume. It made more sense for me to not choose it, but for someone else to do it.
Okay. All right. I didn't want to. So that my argument there,
Yeah.
and like this is a conversation, is that there might be some name that you've like in times of fancy been like, well, if I was a hero, I could maybe go with this. And you're like, no, but I'm not. I'm not doing that thing. And you've had a long motorcycle ride to sit with your decision because.
Yeah.
I'm happy to give suggestions, but I
Yeah.
almost feel like it should come from
Yeah,
within.
so I had toyed around with the idea because she did, she's a decorated fighter and things like that, that she would have like a ring name that people would chant and that would be something that would maybe eventually kind of break into. But I haven't been able to figure that out because a lot of the names that I could come up with that worked and whatnot had the word fire in it, and for her that was like not a thing that she would necessarily want to lean into.
Sure.
Especially then. if there's a ring.
Right, back then if she was trying to get away from that. So
Yeah.
that's part of why I've struggled with it. And I was like, well, maybe it's just appropriate to be a thing that like someone like you who's like, no, I know how this is going to go down and you know what you need to be or whatever.
Yeah, I do costumes. I don't do names. Like I do names, but Bespoke does costumes.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not necessarily identities. But I was thinking that given your principle of chaos and given your fire stuff, and
Yeah.
even before when you were in the ring, it would work. Is to be hothead.
Yeah, that could work. Yep.
So
No, that works. That's really good because that was part of what, like
Also,
I said, like
really
in the ring and things like that. And I could come up with like fiery whatever, because she had red hair and it was really easy,
yeah.
but it was tough to come up
She
with.
loses her temper all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
It was tough to come up with that I don't know what the word is I'm going for there. So yeah, let's do it. I like that.
All right.
it's up to you.
You also, you don't have to be married to it. Also, like
Right.
Yeah.
if you do that for now and feel like, oh, I found something else that fits better, you can change it.
Yeah, I certainly
So,
think
like-
story-wise it would be appropriate that like we
Yeah.
lean into like this was her name in the ring
Yeah.
and this is where we start, and then as she figures herself out, maybe it changes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a really cool costume. I like that. That is really, really sweet.
It's really good.
All
I
right.
like that.
All right.
All right.
So
Who's next?
pass it to whoever you want. Because we're at the top of a.
Yeah.
Yes, because I just
you
ended
ended
one.
one. I started.
So Riley was the first one.
Yep.
All right.
So there's 2 sets of bagmen. There's the environment. There's drivel,
Gold teeth too.
and then
I
there's
don't like it.
He's got a grill.
each of us.
I'm tempted to go toward Floral Phantom so that there's an opportunity to, if you want to make more minions or whatever before we get into this chaos.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you have something in mind where you're trying to do any sort of boost or anything.
Well, so I mean, if you were going to give it to me, I would free another hero, which would give us another
That's
boost
true.
of some sort.
Okay.
Given the way that given the boosts that I have on me right now, and if
There's
I
a really
if I
good
roll
chance of
decently
that
well,
happening.
I might free 2 of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like.
Yep.
That's also my plan with Penny Bun too. Is I mean
Is it gets
he's
him
an
out.
overcome.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he could
Okay.
also go help the police.
The
stuff.
police, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, if you're good with Maggie, if you're good
No,
with that,
yeah,
we'll start
yeah,
there,
sorry,
and then
no.
you can kind of play off of how that
Yes,
goes.
that
Okay.
works.
Cool.
All right. I will attempt to free Caltrop so that I can leave Sugar Skull for you because.
My man.
And unless I get an additional benefit, although the
hero.
additional benefit that I might get out of it might be clear the way for police or something. Like there's a possible chance that I will get a 12 or higher result
Yeah.
on this. So I
ain't
want to be prepared for the eventuality.
So you got a +3 over here, plus.
I have a +3 over there and another +3 over there. So I have a +6 to what I roll, and I'm rolling a D8 and 2D10. So we'll see what happens. And I use my max die, which is a 9, so I got a 15.
Nice.
Spin
Yeah.
on it.
And everybody marks a hero
I think
point.
that worked.
You can
That should be everybody's fourth hero
slice 2 of
Yeah.
those heroes out of there.
Is it all right if I slice one of them out and clear the way for the police a little bit?
Sure, yeah.
Like,
We'll say one of them was like bound on the barricade
it's
thing,
like-
and
Like
you just
some of the threads were
Yeah.
part of the.
so I get Caltrop out.
You get Caltrop
because I want
out.
to leave Sugar Skull for Maggie because I know
Yeah.
it means a lot to her.
right. Yeah.
Don't tell anybody I did this; it'll ruin my reputation.
Yeah.
The
Caltrip
entire internet will know.
Caltrip seems like ready to go. He's
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, I got this, and powers up. There's this like pink glow on his hands, and spectral caltrops just like litter across the field, and he's like, all right, I can stay here and hold this for now. So now whenever heroes deal damage, it's +1.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
+1 to all hero damage.
Especially when you damage yourself.
And Maggie, a thing to note is that
That's
the
only
damage they
they
do is
deal.
hero damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's always. I'm always like.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm here to help.
Thank you.
Great. Who's next?
Right. So with having done that, I will pass it to the Floral Phantom,
Okay.
knowing that Penny Bun wants to do some work.
Yeah, Penny Bun wants to go and save Sugar Skull. So.
And you have a +3 to that between those two, between Coda and Tenacity.
Oh, nice. Can you?
Yep.
Thank
Thank
you.
Dragons, breaker of threads.
Right.
So 6.
6. All right.
Success with a twist.
You're getting Sugar Skull out?
Yeah, I'm getting Sugar Skull out. That's the goal.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Sugar Skull doesn't have anything important.
Yeah, she doesn't have anything important
She's the one
at all. Yeah, no. She
She gives me your digits.
she's like, hey, what's up?
What's up? What's up? What's
No,
up?
Penny Bun.
Yeah.
Hey, Penny Bun.
Hey, Penny.
What's up?
Yo, yo. Yeah, so she just starts like casting some magic stuff. It doesn't have an immediate effect. So this isn't an ongoing buff. At the start of whatever the first hero turn is,
Each round.
you're gonna roll a d6, or she rolls a d6 and heals heroes by that much.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. Cool. Okay. Did I get a minor twist with that? And
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. One of the bagmen starts shooting.
Guns.
Yeah, so shooting.
He's just
Blah 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 blah. Starts shooting string at Coda and wrapping her up. So Coda's being wrapped, and there's a challenge to get out of that.
Cool.
Yeah.
What is the consequences of being wrapped for me?
You can't do anything until this is resolved.
Cool.
So someone else can resolve it for you, or
Well,
you
I
can
can
you
try
can
to resolve
do a
this,
challenge on
but
your
other things,
yeah.
right.
You can do it,
Sweet.
but
Okay. And that's that's gonna be an overcome, right?
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
I probably got this.
Okay, cool. Because I don't have.
Yeah, they're trying to wrap you like they did the other
That's a
heroes.
wrap.
Yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
So now I've got Abraham, the attacking Acorn, whose name is spelled wrong, but that's fine.
Yeah.
His name is just spelled non-traditionally. It's fine. There's nothing,
Non-traditionally?
there's nothing wrong with it.
It's Abraham.
It's
Abraham.
Abraham.
Abraham. Abraham.
So he's going to attack. I guess he'll go for the D4 because he'll probably, hopefully, take that. down.
He does have a plus essentially 3 to attack between
Yeah.
Caltrop and Dakota. So and he rolls a D8. Like
I bet he
Okay.
can do it. I believe in him.
yeah,
So I should go for the D4. Or
aim
the
for the
D6?
stars.
Okay, so I'll go for a D6 instead.
That's
Yeah.
the stars.
Yeah.
The stars.
He rolled a 1.
So it means he gets a 4.
Well, you got
Yeah,
something
those
out
are
of
pretty
4.
decent.
Yeah.
And he kills it.
Nice.
See?
Yay.
See? The stars.
Yeah.
Stars.
Stars.
Yeah. These are grouping up, so I'm gonna combine
So-
these now. So
Yeah, that's a group.
I have I've got a question to pose to my hero friends. I could take a minor twist and then do construction focused and create 2 minions using part detachment, one with my max and one with my mid, which would mean that we have more fighters.
Yeah.
And I think that may be good because
Yeah.
of everything
Yeah.
that's coming. Okay, cool.
Yep, I would
We
do
still
that.
have a long way to go.
We have a long
I
way.
feel.
Yeah.
And also like
Look at this guy.
yeah,
Okay.
now is the best time to do that because any later than now is not as efficient.
Yeah.
So.
Cool.
The earlier the better for me.
And
And we're in yellow. Nice.
we are in yellow.
Cool. So I
Yellow is a big.
create 2 minions, hopefully. So my max is a 7. Or, yeah, my max is a 7, which makes
You're both in the 4 to 7 range
Oh, yeah.
because your mid's also a 4.
I make 2 D8 minions.
Ow.
Nice.
And there's a twist.
And there's
Okay.
twist.
Oh,
I have to say what they're doing too. They're attackers. They're going to be fighty
Yeah,
boys.
Okay. Yeah, so the you see I'm blanking his name. You see Drivel reaching his hands out like this, and instead of shooting out goop, a lot of the threads start to swirl together and pull fabric that's remnants around, and a hefty bagman. Oh yeah!
And to describe how these guys come to be, actually, I'll wait until their turn. I'll tell you how they
Because then
came
you'll
to
have
be.
sketches of them.
I'll have sketches
They'll
of them,
have
yeah.
goofy names. It'll be delightful.
You're gonna love it.
I'm very
Yeah.
excited for this.
Who's up?
Should I pass it to them and then to you?
Done.
If I pass it,
Pass it to them.
okay, I'm gonna pass it to them.
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
that is ideal because I have a reaction left.
Okay, cool.
So I can-
Hefty bagman is
it's
new,
reaction.
so he's not going to go. But these ones,
So
are,
is Coda wrapped or in the process of being wrapped?
he is wrapped.
So he cannot use
So I
his
can't use
reaction.
my reactions. Yeah, that's what
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
I mean, but it's fine.
No big deal. I'll get mine. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get yours.
Yeah. And
You'll get what's
one
coming
of
to you.
so the D4 is going to hinder Coda
Oh, yeah.
and like
Yeah.
shoot more threads
Right,
on
for
there.
sure.
Shoot.
Yeah. 3.
So it's a -1.
-1. You have a -1 from threads. And then this one will actually 2 of these are going to attack Riley. Hothead. Do you want to write that on there?
Yeah, thank you.
2 and 3. Not too bad.
Total of
Not too
5
bad.
damage, unless you have any defenses.
I've already acted.
I mean, just because you haven't used a reaction since your last turn, and thus you have a reaction available to you.
Well, this one's if you haven't yet acted in the action scene.
I see.
When you're attacked at close range for the first time in a scene.
Exactly.
There
and
we go.
it hits
the one.
all of these bagmen, because you're in
Yep.
the middle of the bagman
Yep.
fight right now.
Oh,
There.
geez.
I knew
So-
it was there somewhere. I just
Yeah.
had to find it. Sorry. When you're attacked at close range for the first time in a scene, attack all close enemy targets by rolling your single agility die.
Oh man. Okay, yeah.
Roll that agility die.
Roll it.
He already has come at you. Roll that
There's so
agility
many
die.
pluses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a +3. So you only rolled a 1, but it's a 4.
four.
And they all have to roll defense against a 4.
Yeah.
So that one it survives.
It survives, yeah.
But I would just roll them all at once.
Yeah.
Like
These
yeah.
ones I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dead, 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 dead.
So one of them attacks you, it hurts you, and you go,
Yeah.
an exploded flame.
Not today.
Yeah.
There's one little guy left there.
And that one's like, Adam, can you change that card to say Bagman?
This is the Bagman pool.
Okay.
There's only one.
But I just feel like he doesn't need the recognition. What else you got?
I'm going to give it to Drivel.
That's what else you got. I see.
Yes. Who's going to charge at you.
Great.
He's going to use this ability called When the Needle Breaks.
Seems very specific. I feel a little called out here.
He uses that. He uses strength. He uses close combat. He is at full health, so he only has a d6 for that. Whoa.
Just
Damn
gonna
it.
put that anywhere.
Yep, I'll just put it anywhere. We'll get that in a second. Okay, so this is the yellow zone.
Yeah.
So he hits you for 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tasty.
Max plus mid.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
He charges at you and just
And it plows me into the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Anybody who happened to be looking at me, if anyone was, I was like holding my needle because I was using the needle to unstitch all these heroes. And as he plows me into the ground, the needle flies from my hand. It flies off and it gets lost under some detritus.
And it's gone forever.
It's gone forever. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so...
All right, yeah, he pastes me into the ground.
Right,
That's
environment turn.
Yep.
Do that.
And
And
exactly 1 hit point into the red zone, which is...
That's what you want.
it is Coda's turn.
So I'm going to try to get out of this tangly mess that I'm in.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do an overcome, and this will be, I think, the principle of self-preservation, so I'm going to use my max die.
Cool.
But I'm
Yep.
going to use my shape-shifting to try to change my shape a little bit, just to kind of wiggle out of it. And then self-discipline
Yeah, dance out like in
Yeah.
the Last Dragon.
and the yellow zone. Yeah,
Barry,
exactly.
Barry Gordy's the Last
Exactly,
Dragon.
and I don't get my own +2, but I get the +1 from over there, and then the +2 that's persistent on me. So be at a +3. So 6, 7, 8, 9.
9, yeah. You just like
Here I am.
slither right out of that.
Slithered out.
Yeah. Great. You're out of there.
Good. And
Everyone got their hero point?
yes, everyone gets a hero
Everybody
point.
should be up on hero points. Everybody should have it all 5.
So
Cool.
There
You're
we
going
go,
to need
there we
them.
and
Nice.
Yeah.
good. And who has not gone this turn?
I think that's it.
That's the end.
That's
That's the end of the
everyone.
round.
That's the end of the round.
So everyone
top of
sets
the
So
back up.
now to start back up at the beginning of the turn, do you have any boosts you want to do?
So like, yeah, if you give it to me,
Yeah.
I will do some stuff and give it right back to you,
Right,
so
exactly.
you can set it up
so
for
I think
everybody.
the two of us should go and boost everyone,
So that we're
and then
ready.
we'll get like a long run.
Because
Yeah.
Hothead and Floral Phantom and Floral Phantom's friends are real good at violence.
Correct.
And so we can set them up for success
That's my plan.
in the violence scheme.
All right, let's go.
So what I'm going to do is, first off, I'm in the red zone now. So does anybody have any penalties on them of any sorts? Okay. Do any of them have any bonuses of any sorts?
Not right now, no.
Okay, fantastic, great. Well, then I don't even have to worry about that. So what I'm going to do is to set these things up for success here, I'm going to hinder Drivel, and this is going to do a series of things simultaneously.
Okay.
And so I use the Knowing Needle. I am going to use Insight, and I'm in the red zone, so I have to use a D6 for my status die, but it is fine. And I care about 2 of the 3 dice I'm rolling. I don't care about the max die, and I'll decide where I'm going to put my Knowing +3.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3.
That's what I hear. That's what I hear. A wise prophet once told me this. A 6, an 8, and a 3, an 8, and a 9.
Okay.
So I ignore the 9, but the 3 and the 8 are fantastic. So I'm hindering using the 8, which becomes a 9 because of whiteout. And so -3.
-3.
To the next thing Drivel does.
Okay.
Oh right. So sorry, I forgot about this. At the start of my turn, I was pasted. I was punched into the ground.
Yeah.
I stand up, and with a flourish, I pull the Knowing Needle out of thin air.
Out of air, yeah.
And then I stitch I stitched Drivel's tongue to his shoulder. His tongue's lashing around. I just put a quick stitch through it. So he's like,
Yeah.
oh.
It
He's
feels
stuck
like
there.
his tongue is entirely cloth.
Yeah.
Also, so
Yeah,
like
that's good.
Yeah.
That's much better than if it were entirely tongue, or even
Yeah.
10% tongue. Too much.
It's all like just knots of thread.
That's great. So yeah, he's at -3 to his next action, and then with the min die, which is a 3, I recover that much health, which don't mind if I do. But which means I'm back out of the red zone, but that's fine.
And that is the finish your action. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, and that is the sorry.
Yeah.
Additionally, with the mid die, which is an 8, which I will apply. Oh, I applied to the die. No, it's the action. So with the mid die, which is an 8, which becomes a 9 because I'm boosting. It becomes a 9 because of that, and +3 becomes a 12. I give you a +4
Ooh, okay.
to you making boosts on your next
Yes.
turn.
Thank you very much.
So it's a one-time but +4.
Right, of course.
But
I have.
enjoy.
Thank you.
No problem. I thought that would maybe benefit literally
This will benefit
everyone.
everyone a lot.
Right. So I do that, and then at the end of my turn, Sugar Skull does a thing.
Yes. Yeah. Sugar Skull heals all heroes
Roll
for
for Sugar Skull.
D6.
Oh, yeah. 4.
4. Everyone heals 4 hit points.
Great.
Not taking any damage yet.
Right. Amazing. And then we're gonna, and none of the minions heal because that's not how they work. So after Sugar Skull heals us all, I'm gonna pass it to Coda as I indicated I would. So
Right.
it is now you.
All right. So I'm going to, again, do insightful observation. I am going to, I've been observing this a lot. I'm not tangled anymore. I really know how these bagmen work with their tangling of me.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
And you're
boost all of you.
So you're boosting,
Yes.
which means you get a +1 from Credo.
Correct.
You get a +4 from me, and I believe you have a persistent +2 on yourself.
I do.
So you have a +7 to
Correct.
this boost.
And I'm going to use my
Oh my
post-cognition,
God.
Just gonna get
as well as my insight and the yellow zone. And this is a +7.
a +7.
+7 here.
Yeah. And so your mid is a 6, which
Yeah.
is kind of disappointing.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So
Yeah.
it's a
You
13.
only get a plus
we
4
all have
because
a
that's the
plus
most you can get. Right?
4
Yeah.
to all our hero attacks and overcomes.
Yeah. So all
Yeah.
hero attacks and overcomes are at a +4 now
Until your next turn.
until my next turn. So I will then pass it to the Hefty Bagman.
Well,
Hefty Bagman. Hefty Bagman. Okay.
Looking for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What is Hefty Bagman gonna do? So he doesn't like that all the little guys just got wiped. He's not a fan of that. So he and the regular bagmen are both going to attack you because they're mad. 6 from him.
Okay, I'm going to do a reaction here.
Okay.
And so the enemy is now rolling an attack specifically
Yes.
against a hero who's in the yellow zone, as we all are.
Right. Yeah.
And so I'm going to defend against that damage by rolling my deduction die,
Okay.
which is an 8. And it's a 5, but I get a persistent +2 to that, so it's a
Yeah.
7.
Okay. So he busts that damage.
Right, very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And this one does 2 damage to you.
So it's just the 2 from.
Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Just the 2.
I would like to use reflexive first. If that's all right with all y'all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
since Hefty Bagman and the non-Hefty Bagman were
Yeah.
attacking you, they're both
They're
close
both
range.
by you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dribble's not. Dribble's over by me,
Yeah.
but
Right.
don't worry about it.
We're going to go reaction our way out of the situation entirely.
All right.
That is a 5.
Which is a
There.
9? 10. It's a 10.
That's dead.
Yeah.
And that's degraded.
Yeah.
10. Yeah. Yep.
Good. Good work.
All right. That's actually going to stay out there because Drivel is going to use the ability.
So the Hefty Bagman is gone.
Yes.
The bagmen.
Right. The bagmen have also
Gone.
gone. But yeah.
Literally gone.
Right.
Drivel actually summons 4 more surrounding you.
Okay.
And
Is that
that's-
reduced by the fact that he's hindered?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. That is just he doesn't have to roll for it.
Okay.
He
Is
just
hefty a
he has a
D8
mook squad.
or
So
something?
You degraded it.
Yeah,
One,
okay.
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So that's his action.
This is
Yep. So he just brings those back.
Great. Love it.
The environment ticks down.
Yep.
Very nice and neat.
Yep.
And Hothead, it is your turn.
Okay.
Adam. Tap that environment.
You're welcome.
Has Dribble acted?
Yes.
Tap the
Drivel's
drivel.
active. Oh my god.
Tap it. Bop it?
Yeah.
Pop it like it's hot.
Twist it.
Right.
How close is Drivel to... it doesn't matter. There's plenty of them there.
Well, Drivel's right near that crowd.
These are all.
They're all-
These are
Those
all
four-
surrounding
right.
him.
Hefty,
now.
you're pretty much alone with Hefty Bagman and the wreckage of a bunch of things you burned, and then over by me, it's Drivel and 4 new Bagmen.
Yeah. It is.
New Bagmen.
It is not looking great for him over there.
Yeah.
The New England New
Yeah.
Bagmans.
I don't think it's looking poorly for me over here.
I've got a plan. I mean, I got some fighty boys over here that would love to fight those bagmen.
Yeah.
I think Drivel's the
I'm gonna-
right now. Given that he
Well,
can
I
just
was-
casually make more.
I was going to do Eruption so that I would hit
Drivel
him
some
and a
friends.
Bagman.
That sounds
Yeah,
great.
then do it.
I love it.
Okay, cool.
That's awesome. You can scooch around.
Yeah. Fire, close combat, yellow zone, and lots of boosts. Okay,
Which is good.
so I get to assign min, mid, and max as I choose among those targets, just
Right.
as a reminder.
So you take 1 damage from
Yep.
the fire because you rolled a 1, a 1, and a 6.
Yep.
Here damage is all +1.
All right,
Also.
so you take
yeah,
2.
So you do take 2.
Oh no.
Yeah. Sorry. I know that's gonna break the bank.
It's interesting, the two of you who are the more like combat-y characters have taken almost no damage.
Right.
Whereas
yeah.
the two of us, we've been doing reactions
Right.
and then provoking them,
Yeah.
and then they've been leaving you alone.
So there's a total of
Great.
5
Excellent.
out here that can
Yes,
go against
and you can
this,
split
right?
it up 4 and 1. Correct.
So we could do like 7 here and then
Yeah, the trick is,
5 against one of those.
right, if you really want to kill one, or you can just hit one of those, just let the 1 go against one of those and be like, that'll definitely degrade it, and put all the points into Drivel.
I mean, you've got plenty of things to deal with the fact that there's
Oh, yeah,
multiples
no,
there,
I'm
right?
not
So, okay,
stressed
yeah,
about
let's
it.
just throw it. I'm just going to throw all the buffs here.
so how much is it?
So it's
11. Yeah.
11.
11 damage to Drivel.
All right.
And then
1 going to
the
it.
Bagman has to roll defense
Yep.
against a 1, so it succeeds but degrades.
Wow. Wow.
But it degrades.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. For Phantom, you're the last one, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have 2 new fighters in the race.
Oh, yeah.
So this is
And they all get the
Pothos, bringer of pain. So he's a pothos plant. And then this is
Little tiny boy.
Benjamina ficus spider. He's a Benjamina ficus.
He fights ficuses.
He-
Ficuses.
And so both of them, it's
Fight.
to appease Jen some. It's just it's from my hair. It's just like vines grow out of my hair and make
Thank
that
you.
into them. Like
Thank you.
they're both very viney
You're
type
just
plants.
Pulling your hair out.
So yeah, they just grow out
All of
and
these things.
Bald
It's not
patches,
an
but-
ear, a nose, whatever, like hair.
All
Let's
of
do
this
it.
is
I don't know
It's
why you're
fine.
complaining.
Yep.
So they're going to, and then we still have Penny Bun and Abraham. So Benjamin is going to go first.
And Penny is a overcome.
Yeah, so
right?
he's going to work
Okay.
on clearing a way for the
Okay.
police. But Benjamina goes first, and Benjamina is going to go after the bagman. They'll go after one of the D6s,
Okay.
and so they roll a D8.
And they add 5 to it.
So 7,
It's dead.
and then
This is the perfect time to have a massive
Pothos.
army. I'm really glad
Got
you
it.
made all those minions. Because now they all get
is
the boost.
going to go after another of the D6.
So that's only a 6.
Only a 6.
So it has to roll. Nope, it's dead.
Rolling a 1 is the only way it's theoretically
And
survivable for them.
then-
And they have to-
Abraham, the attacking Acorn, is going to go after the other D6.
Okay.
Abraham.
And,
that's a 12.
Wait, make it
Yeah.
I roll ceremoniously
And then,
to make things seem important.
then Pennyman is going to try and clear the way for the police.
Okay.
And you have a +5 to that roll.
And
So
so
six.
6.
So 6. All right. So there is a minor twist.
There you go.
Yeah. And I'm going to say that actually degrades Pennyman by 1.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Buddy.
In
Well-
the process of clearing the way, some of the fabric tears away
Yeah.
the penny buns.
Oh, he's trying so hard though.
He's
He's
trying.
got such heart
Yeah.
for such a little mushroom.
He seems like a fun guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He never
So,
gets old to you.
I
Nope.
think
Should
I'm
I?
going to use Rooted on Drivel.
Yeah.
So it's attack using plants, so that'll be Actually, I do need this. D12 and another D8. Yeah. Attack using plants, and then I'm going to hinder with my min.
Okay.
And this is also
Yes, and this is also +5. And
And the
so,
hinder has a so the attack actually is +5. The hinder is a +1.
okay.
So
right.
I can't see what one of those is.
6, 1, and a 2.
6.2.
Okay, so that 2 is actually a 7, right?
You have an attack of 7.
Attack of 7, and then a hinder of 2, which is 1. I think.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
great. So
Okay,
Dribble's
cool.
got another -1. Okay.
Sweet.
I love it.
Um,
And an attack of 7.
So yeah, so it's vines shooting out, and specifically, my vines that are shooting out have little vines on them, and they're trying to pull apart the threads. And so instead of ripping them like this, they're like grabbing him, and then
they're like
other
this,
vines
they're
are
like
coming
this.
out and trying to yank
Right.
at the individual threads. And he's also like,
Artisanal.
I've rooted him in place. I'm trying to hold him down.
Real good.
So,
Yeah.
a couple things I want to let you finish first.
Yeah.
He has a reaction, but also when his minions are destroyed, he heals for that much.
That's right.
So, or he rolls their
Fortunately,
die, so he heals for 5 and for 5. What's that up to?
Okay, so really focus on him.
there was that thing.
Forgot about that.
And
was
then
sad about
he also, when
focusing
he's
on
attacked, the amount of damage taken boosts him, or like that's his reaction. So he can only do it the once.
So he gets to make a boost action as
no,
a reaction.
No, it uses the amount of damage.
Oh, okay. As a
Right.
boost.
So the 7.
Which gets reduced by that 3,
Right,
by that
yeah.
4, so it's a boost of 3, so he has a +1.
Wait, what does it get reduced by?
So he has a 7, which is a +3. Or
Right,
no,
but he's
+2.
not rolling the action.
Right,
But-
no, right. No, what I
Okay.
was saying is that he's got a +2.
Yes.
So it'll reduce that -3 to just.
Yes,
He,
right.
he doesn't have boost and hinders on
No,
him.
no,
He
no.
doesn't
That,
have-
yeah,
right.
I understand that.
They
That's what I
cancel
was.
each other out.
That's what I was going to say. I thought
Okay.
that you were saying that reduced the amount that he was
No, it's just the
doing.
value.
Yeah, but yeah.
Just
Okay.
the outcome. So he still has a -2.
So he has two -1s.
Yes.
Yes. And it is the top of the order. So anyone you wish can go first.
I'm gonna go with Hothead.
Yeah, all the fighty stuff again. You can all go with those same bonuses again before we let it
Well,
happen.
or you can give it to me and then I can give it to Hothead.
Are you? Oh yeah.
Oh, do you have
Okay.
a cool bonus to do?
I mean, I can always do cool bonuses, and
Yeah,
right now there's not
that's
any.
probably more
There's nothing that I
efficient.
need to clean up.
That's true.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. You go.
Okay.
As long as everyone. You said
Yeah,
yep,
yeah, that's a good
so.
idea.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yep.
And then
We're
and
all
then
bespoke.
And nobody
Yeah,
currently
you-
has any penalties or hinders or anything on them of any sort. Just making sure.
Just
No,
my
no.
weak little
I mean, I
baby
could make
mushroom now.
his -1s into +1s.
You could do that.
I
Yeah.
could do.
You could make all of your bonuses here that
Oh,
you
into
have
negatives.
into negatives.
I could do
too.
that. Yeah, that would work. Okay, so instead of those things
those
that are
very good and legitimate options.
yes, right. Instead, I am going to give a lot of stuff to Hothead.
For ease,
Just a lot of things.
because you're having to roll this anyway, I'm just gonna give
gotta reach
Sugar
out.
Skull to Maggie, so that she rolls it with the bunch of
Oh.
the minions.
Oh,
that she
So when
give
you're
the
rolling,
die.
so whenever
Okay.
you
Yeah.
whenever you roll your minions, also roll a d6 for Sugar Skull.
Okay.
Yep.
And that's how much we all get healed.
Yep.
Sweet.
That is fine by me. So, right, I am doing some lightning calculating to be like, hold on, this costume is good, but I see now when you're using it, it would be better if it were just slightly better.
Yeah.
Just slightly better. So, it's vigilante lore for sure, and I'm back into the yellow zone, which is nice. Means I don't have my red zone stuff, and that's fine. Okay, so you're gonna get a boost that is +3 to your next action, and additionally, no, that's it for you. But additionally, I'm gonna give a plus, because I can put it there, perfect. A +2 to. So it's a Floral Phantom proper. Oh no, actually I'm gonna give it to Penny Bun because Penny Bun's our last overcomer, and I want to make sure that Penny
Yeah.
Bun gets that overcome on the police thing. So Penny Bun gets a +2. But yeah,
Please will come down.
yeah,
Be good.
yep. So that is my turn, and then I pass it to Hothead as
Okay.
promised.
I will use offensive strike attack using fire and use my max die.
Do you want to use any hero point bonuses?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Okay, so make sure that
yeah,
you didn't forget
that's
those.
what. No, I've got it written down here.
Cool.
So yeah, I've got a +2 from my hero points that I'm going to apply to this attack with my +3 boost and all of this.
So you have +5 from the table
Yep.
right now. You have +4 from Coda, +1 from Caltrop, and then +2 from your hero points, and
then a +3 boost.
+3 from me.
Yeah.
So that gets a +10 to this attack.
And you use your max die.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
And this is going against.
Let's look at
Obviously.
the D4 minion.
Right, I picked it.
Your max die is a 5.
Okay.
So,
So
15?
15 damage.
15
damage.
for Dravel.
Nice.
All right.
Good job, good job.
And it was one of your dice fire on that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So
Yep,
it is,
attack using fire,
so-
which is one of my d8s.
Right,
Yep.
right. So it's a fiery damage too, which is good because fabric burns really well.
Yeah.
I mean, it does.
Sure, I mean, it does.
Yeah.
No,
that's what I.
Imported.
Made of
Yeah.
fabric. Right.
I'll give you 1 extra damage for that.
Really?
That's even-
Nice. Okay,
yeah,
sure.
one.
Great.
Yeah.
Don't mind if I do.
I'm feeling generous.
Right. I run up and yeah,
Woof.
like I get like a good knee in and then just coming down right across the front,
Yeah.
like leaving like a nice singe mark across where my hit went through.
Yeah, some of those
Yeah.
threads are just like
Yeah.
burning off of
Yeah.
that thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Smoke.
Yeah, all right. Who's next?
Does it smell bad or good?
It doesn't really smell like,
It's burning fabric. Does it smell bad or good?
I don't know.
Either way, either answer is
I think
fine.
there's also some flesh
Well,
involved.
it's
It
like,
Probably
figure
smells,
so I
it
hit-
probably smells good. 'Cause
Okay,
it's-
okay. So he's made it of natural fiber.
It's natural fibers,
Okay.
yeah.
I can, and
Right.
I assume
Because if he's made it of like polyester,
This
he'll
is not
smell
poly.
awful.
No, no.
And if he's made
None
of
of that.
wool, he'll smell bad in a different way.
It's a different way.
Yeah.
Right. So,
But I
if
came in
it's
across
cotton or
the
linen,
face
Yeah.
and made sure like that tongue that you had tacked on there
It's
was just
important to
gone
know.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with
important.
you.
When
yeah.
you're burning fabric,
Yeah.
you can
can
tell
definitely
what
tell
it
what
is.
it is.
Right. By the smell.
Yeah. All right. Who's next?
Yes?
Yeah.
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 Okay, yeah.
Begin,
So
the, begin the thing. I'm gonna go make a
sugar
sandwich.
skull.
Yeah.
One.
We all
Just
heal
get
one.
one.
I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Don't look a gift sugar skull in the mouth.
A gift.
A gift.
skull.
You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna do penny bun.
Yeah. Police. And so
3 plus 2.
is 5 plus 1 over here is 6. Plus 4 is 10.
Oh.
10.
All right. Yeah. So
The police
Penny
are
Bun
here.
manages to tear the last of the fabric away.
Yeah.
And I don't know who wants this
Penny
now,
Bun,
but the police come in with their weapons, and you have
What-
6.
What
Get
weapons
them,
do the
get
police
them.
get? The
Sawed-off
cops here.
shotguns.
That's what it is.
Yeah. Right. You have
They're gonna
6
one-arm
D6 minions that one of you can control that are police that can.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it makes sense for either Hothead or maybe Bespoke to.
I don't know. I don't think you're rolling enough dice.
I don't mind rolling them. I just
Yeah.
mean like you
No, I can
specifically
do
have
it.
history with the cops,
Yeah,
and
I'll
also
just
you
give
know
you
what a lot of
Yep.
stuff was
Yeah,
going
6 D6. So you have them to do whatever you want with at the beginning
There
of
you
your
go,
turn.
hero.
GD6.
Nice.
Right,
Yeah.
GD6.
on. All right.
You
So
know,
then
GD6?
we're all going after Drivel now. So Abraham is gonna go first.
Okay.
Then Isaac.
right.
So he rolls an 8 plus
Very nice.
4
Plus
Okay.
5.
plus 5, so it's 13.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
So. There's that. Okay. Do a
They
bunch
just
of
roll on
math.
my table.
And then Pathos. And that's a 7.
Okay.
and D'Artagnan.
Incredible.
Grow some vines.
And then Benjamina. And that's a 5.
10.
10.
Okay. He's not looking good. He's not looking good. You want to finish him
No.
off?
Yeah,
Okay.
full Phantom herself.
And then
Plants.
and then I'm doing rooted again.
Yeah.
So plants and science and a D8.
I always leave these sessions feeling like I need to go console and say nice things to
And so
my
6
plant
is my
now.
mid
Uh-huh.
plus the 5, so 11.
All
No,
right.
it's dead.
Yeah, Drivel drops.
Yeah.
Bam!
Yeah.
Recovering.
He's not dead
So
yet.
yeah, Drivel
Reminds me-
collapses.
No, I know exactly.
Not dead yet.
Dribbles down. Dribbles
Yeah.
down.
Dribble.
Yay! Dribble down.
You got his tongue, and then I came in and I. Oh, do you want it to be gross? I came in and I grabbed the tongues with the vines. I grabbed his tongue and I just start
No.
right from the
Not
center.
everything's a wishbone.
Yeah, everything's a
Ugh.
Right
Everything's
from the
a
jaw.
He's still partially organic creature.
You said it was all
Don't-
fabric.
no.
but
The,
it's
the tongue is.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I can still yank them apart.
All right.
I have really strong vines.
Oof.
What's the story?
Who do you want to pass
Okay.
it to?
Oh, sorry, I was too excited. Should I pass it to them first?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So Hefty Bagman
Yeah.
just watched you dismantle
Whatever.
Drivel like that.
I don't care.
And so he's gonna attack you for 4.
Anyone have any reactions?
Yes.
I have a reaction too.
Nice.
Oh, go ahead. Do your reaction. But your reaction isn't going to prevent this, right? It's not going to save
No,
you.
no, it's not gonna save me.
Oh, yeah. So I'm just going to teleport this attack that's happening. Hefty Bagman attacks, and I'm like, no. And I cut a little rift in
Yeah.
space, and
Punch lands somewhere else.
it sure does.
I can't reach that one. Sorry.
I reduce it by 7.
Wow. Okay.
Do I still get a
Actually, I reduce it by 10.
react?
Oh yeah, you were. It says if you were attacked, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
were.
and you were
It says
attacked.
one attacked for the first time
Yes.
in scene at close
This is-
range.
Yeah.
Is this the first time you've been attacked in close range? And this is the
Yeah.
first time that-
Yes.
All of
Yeah.
our minions have been doing
Right, yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
So let's
About
do
time.
this. Excuse
You
you.
were like, oh, I don't know if I want to make minions.
That was well.
That
the last game
That
I was like,
dumb,
I don't.
young Maggie.
Well, the last game I
No,
felt like
no,
it
she
ticked
doesn't.
down.
yesterday.
It ticked
mature
down
Maggie.
so- It ticked down so fast, but this time I was like, no, it's in the green. Like,
Yeah,
can
yeah,
I
it
just
is.
like?
It is. You gotta
Does
do it.
anyone have a
Yeah.
problem
Me,
with
an
that?
intellectual.
Yeah.
She's a new hero. She's figuring out
Yeah.
how to make it work.
Thank you. You're
You've
my
been around for
only
years.
friend. No,
Okay.
it's been a few months.
Months.
6 minutes.
You can learn a lot in months.
6
to 8
minutes. 6 minutes. It's fine. So, anyways, plants and vines and.
Wait.
What did you-
If
what
you're
does
doing
this
a
do?
reaction, you just
Oh,
roll your
I
single
just- I
die.
just rolled a
And it
single die,
says
sorry.
That
Yep.
10.
10.
Which
10.
is a 15.
What is it doing? You didn't say what it does.
Oh,
It's an
sorry.
attack.
It's an
Oh,
attack.
Okay.
Hefty Bagman is
Attacked for
exploded.
15.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. No, I used the wrong die. Sorry. Everything used.
Oh, it's
it was.
camo, so it's
it's
D6.
camo, so it's a D6.
But it's still plus 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just roll really well. But
5.
10.
Yeah.
So Hefty
So
Bagman
I
is...
do have to roll.
Yes. And it's
Yeah.
not going to be outright destroyed. It is going to be
Right.
reduced.
Yeah. It does not defend.
But
so
then...
it's-
And this
Yeah.
is everything's
D4.
close to her. Is Bagman close to her as well?
Oh yes, yeah. They're both right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't
So
roll a
he's
10 on a
destroyed.
D4.
Nice.
Not with
Yeah.
that attitude.
Yeah.
Focus up.
Yeah.
Feel pretty good,
Um,
guys.
Who do you want to pass it to?
Bye bye,
Oh,
Bagman.
So let's,
Punch the Hefty
oh wait, this was a
Bagman.
reaction. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
top of the round, right?
No, it's
it's
totally-
sorry,
it's
sorry.
I haven't gotten a million years because I made a plus
Right.
4.
Right.
I keep it away from
Punch the
you.
Hefty
Yeah.
Bagman. Punch him. If you don't, it's bad.
I don't really have punching to do.
You always, everybody has an attack action.
You can always.
I mean, I can go up and kick it.
Right, and you've
Yeah.
got
Kick
a
him in the
plus.
face.
You've got a +2 bonus from yourself.
Yeah.
You've got a +1 bonus from Caltrap.
yeah.
Yes, I'm going to use a D4
Kick it real good.
for my power.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to kick it with
Yeah.
my,
I mean, you
my
could
real
shape-
foot.
Yeah.
And then I'm
foot.
going
Do you want to
to
shapeshift that foot a little?
Yeah, you could shapeshift your foot into something more kicky.
into something more kicky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll use a D6 then. And then
Clown foot.
it's going to be a creatively
Yeah.
designed
Right.
foot.
Yeah.
Use your skills at like,
Yeah.
you know, jumping
And
up in the air on stage with your guitar, like
there we go.
big cake.
He's a violinist. So 4 is your mid,
Yep.
which makes it a 5,
Five,
6, 7.
Yeah.
You did it! You kicked it!
You just walk up.
But creatively.
Yeah, creatively though.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. So the police come in and they start shooting the remaining bagmen. They're just with their yeah.
Maybe the thing that they were taking a long time doing was getting like
The snowplow arrived.
Someone, but genuinely, the thing that they were doing, if they, like, it could be that they were getting the yard torches you use for
yeah.
making bonfires and things, and
Yeah.
so they were actually coming in with like a fire brigade.
Flamethrowers, yeah.
Because shooting these with bullets is like, what? Who cares?
Getting a lot of cans
yeah.
of bug spray
Right.
later.
Yeah. So they start cleaning up the area. The fire department comes in and they're helping pull that stuff down.
Interestingly, the fire department doesn't have big flamethrowers.
Right,
You would
they
think
don't.
called the fire department.
You'd think.
Not that
Yeah.
doesn't do that.
But the sergeant that's in charge there comes up and goes, hey, you guys going in there?
That's the hero.
Yeah.
Talk to the hero.
Comes and addresses you.
Yeah.
It's like, are you going in there? That big building?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
am.
Well,
Who's going with me?
We'll follow
do
you,
it.
fearless leader.
We'll cordon off this. We'll cordon off this area. We'll make sure nothing comes in after you. Sugar Skull is like, I got almost nothing left, but I can heal you up before you go in.
Woomph.
So you are all healed.
To full or to the next zone?
You are healed to full. That's Sugar Skull's powers.
Yeah.
I
So
didn't
Yeah.
take any damage.
yeah.
I'm not knowing anymore.
3. It's fine.
No longer knowing.
Oh, I never got to roll for them. Please.
I'm sorry. You got them too late.
I mean,
yeah.
so late.
it
It's
works
fine.
Yeah.
out.
It's fine.
Yeah.
We made the right
Yeah.
choices.
Right.
It worked.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
All right.
We will go in there in next session.
Okay.
You want to
Oh,
name the issue?
Yeah. Hanging by a thread. No, wait, I
You
did that
did
one.
that.
I did
You
that one.
definitely did that, yeah.
Sorry. This is I wrote a different one down. Threading the needle.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because you got through the
You got-
little,
right,
the little
right,
pocket
right,
there.
Yeah. I have too many notes here about jokes. I mean names.
Nice.
Nice.
Noise.
We have one session left.
One session left, yeah.
Do
what
all my
was?
buddies go away?
Yep.
Yes, they do.
I was pretty sure that they did
Yeah.
because they have been, but I wanted to make sure.
Can you like
Yep.
absorb them into your leg or something creepy
well,
if I
yeah.
recall correctly?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is the thing that happens.
They just,
Your hair
yeah.
comes back.
They
So,
hug you and then
this
go
is-
bleh into
So
your
yeah,
leg.
so that's what happens with Penny Bun, and then,
You're gonna have to describe them all, huh?
then the Viney
What do you do with
boys,
Sugar
they
Skull?
just
That's
the
how
Viney,
she healed.
the Viney boys just come up and they just like start like grabbing on my hair, and then it just like slowly it's just my hair.
Ugh.
And I don't know how the apricorn happens.
You don't need to tell us.
Apricorn. He's a little dense. I'm not really sure about
Crawls like your
that.
face crawls into your eye socket that we just now noticed was empty this whole time and just.
He just like gets cozy. Yeah,
Wow.
it's my babies.
They can't just become like your nice house plants that like hang out afterward. No.
Oh, that's it.
right.
Abraham.
Maggie
he-
defaults to the grossest possible
Yeah,
way
he
to
plants
describe
himself.
it.
He just goes over and plants himself.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
a tree. Yeah.
Sustainable.
Trees,
Yeah.
That's the nutrients from the earth that turns to ash.
Oh my god! My biggest fear. Oh.
Oh no, Acorn.
Apricorn,
Alright.
why?
I will see you back here in
The future.
The future.
the future.
The future.
Distant
Yeah.
future.
Don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button.
Yeah,
year
smash
2000.
a like, ring that bell for notifications.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Pulverize that
Ring,
subscribe button.
Algorithm is affecting us all.
No, but seriously, smash that like button, kids. All right, let's leave.
Bye. What I wanted from issue 5 was I wanted a giant set piece where the heroes felt awesome. So I had a series of buffs for them to unlock and just really like ratchet their power up to 11.
So my personal reaction to seeing the new art of Drivel, it's really cool looking, but gross. The yarn tongue creeps me out. I'm not a fan. But in general, all I was thinking was, God, this guy was a big pain in the butt last time. How much harder is it going to be to fight him? And I guess also, like, what did you learn before? How can you do better this time?
Yeah, Drivel's weird and a little bit gross, and I think it's really interesting that Drivel has been co-opted by some other villain, obviously. So now Coda knows that there's some mastermind behind this, because speaking with Bespoke, Bespoke had a connection to that mastermind in the tower, and so it's intriguing that this mastermind has enough power to even take other villains into their control.
Hi, I'm Jen, and I play the character Hothead, which is a little different than when we started out our adventure. At the beginning of the fight, it was just Riley, and then I left, and now I'm back, and I have embraced my role as a hero, as the hero Hothead, and I'm here, and I'm ready to work with my fellow teammates and to save the day, if you will.
So Bespoke has known Riley's family for a long time and has seen her grow and fall and leave and come back. And when Riley came back, Bespoke had made this costume for her And he's very excited to see her put it on, but he also knows that just because she's on the cusp of this change of like, okay, I will become this more heroic figure, I will take on this name of Hothead, which we'll see what happens over time there. Like, just because that's happening now doesn't mean that she's embraced it. She's just said, okay, I'm not saying no, but is this for now? Is this forever? Who could say? But I know that Bespoke wants to see her be the hero that she has always been inside.
We've had Riley fighting against being a hero for so long. I kind of guessed this is where she would finally accept it, because it's clear this is the final confrontation. There's this mass of bagmen and drivel in between the police and the tower, the Callum building. So I made it clear this is the final confrontation, and I was hoping that she would go get the costume at this point, and I wanted her first outing to just explode off of the thing, and it really did. So like that, I'm very happy with how that went.
I love the character arc that Riley has gone through. I think that that's really, really cool. Like the struggling with her backstory and her like angst about being a hero, and then interacting with this situation that's very personal for her at her father's funeral with the people she knew, seeing the pictures of her past and the alternate ways that her past might have gone, and then deciding to come around and be a hero and put on the costume that Bespoke made for her. I just think that's really, really very cool. And I think that historically, Coda has worked with a number of different kind of teams of heroes, and is very comfortable working with other heroes and likes working with other heroes, and doesn't necessarily have one team, whether it's this team or another team, that they're like, this is the team I'm on or whatever, but is really enjoying working with this particular team and wants to again.
It's not that they don't like working together or don't work well together. They just seem like a lot of lone wolves. And I'm sure that I'm just guessing here. I'm speculating, but I'm sure that they will say like something like I've got your back or whatever. But I don't see any of these really as team players long term, which is interesting. Yeah, that's not a bad thing. It's just like how they chose to play it. So.
As far as the team goes, we've still got an interesting mechanic where we're all still, some of us are still learning. Floral Phantom is still figuring out how to use her powers, and I think this was kind of that first big fight where you see that really sink in and kick into play. I'm now embracing an actual role as a hero and part of a team, and what that means. So I'm changing up the way that I am interacting with situations, relying more on fire and less on just trying to punch my way through it. And I think we're seeing the balance between Bespoke and Coda and their foundational support roles, and how that is allowing Floral Phantom and myself to then go in and take down some of the villains and deal with the situations. And it's creating, I think in issue 5, we really saw that flow kick in, and we really felt like a cohesive team where we haven't in prior issues.
We didn't build our characters thinking, oh, you're going to do this and I'm going to do that and we're going to work together in this way. We didn't really do that. Everybody built a character that they wanted to build, right? And so we're now figuring out how we work best together. And it's been really interesting to be like, okay, like Coda and Bespoke, they're not fighters. They're going to do something different. They're going to act in a different way. The two fighters are boosted by the two support characters, and it works out really well. It's also, when you're looking at the minions that Floral Phantom makes, that's what she's doing too. She's like, oh, like I don't have to be directly in the fight. There's a whole lot of use to having minions. They can take damage for her if she wants them to. But just in general, because they're fighting, she's not as close to the fight, and so they protect her and buff her in a lot of ways while she also boosts them. So it's a really interesting dynamic that, as the creator, I did not think I was doing, but I definitely did.
This group of heroes has a kind of a unique bent in that half of the team is about fighting and half the team is about not fighting. And the fighting half of the team is very good at what they do. They've got plants, they've got fire, they've got martial arts, they've got mushrooms. The stuff they're doing is essential and it's what's moving us forward. But Coda and Bespoke are both making sure that when Riley, who we now are referring to as Hothead, and the Floral Phantom, when the two of them are fighting, everything they're doing is more effective than before. And this is great. This means that the two of us are a force multiplier on the effectiveness of those two heroes, which is a fun way to build a team. And also, since Paul and I are the ones playing Coda and Bespoke, we are like, that also fits well with the people that Paul and I are, where it's like, nah, we don't need the spotlight. We want to make sure that whoever's in the spotlight, they're doing real well.
Floral Phantom is definitely having a moment of, everything's been really big. What could get worse? Like, what's taking down all of these heroes? How is that possible? She's definitely looking at whatever is coming up and thinking, we got this. There's no way we can't handle it. And if we can't handle it, what are we going to do? Right? Like, it's now or never kind of thing. And I think she's also trying to piece together, like, everything that she's learned. What does all of this mean? How is everything working together? So she's trying to figure out, she wants to solve the mystery, right? I've talked about this before with her. She's a problem solver. She wants to figure it out. And it's a little frustrating because she's just missing that one thread.
I have a very big confrontation that's going to pull in a lot of threads. Get it? That I did. It's going to pull in a lot of elements that we've explored so far, and I'm hoping that it will be as emotionally effective as it is physically effective.
I'm really interested to see exactly what the plan of the villain is, and exactly what the like powers and abilities and like just mechanically like how that kind of fight goes. I really enjoyed the fight against the like bagmen and the trapped heroes and everything outside of the tower. I thought that was awesome, and so I'm really curious to see how like the set piece is structured, I guess, because like obviously now we know we're gonna go in the tower, we're gonna confront a villain, there will be some sort of set piece interaction there, which is always kind of fun, and so I'm intrigued to see how that's structured.
We've got one more issue left, and a lot has happened in particularly issue 4 and issue 5, and I'm not sure where this is going to lead. I think we've obviously had the reveal of our main big bad supervillain, and we know that there's quite the connection between the villain and Bespoke's character, but I'm curious to see more of that story unravel, and I'm excited to see where it puts us as a team now that we're beginning to work together and what we have to achieve to really take down this foe and unravel these plots.
So Bespoke has seen the inside of this tower. I saw the inside of the tower. I saw the golden appareled man who holds two of the other two gifts of fate. I know what's coming. I don't know how it's going to go, but I do know that Bespoke will not allow that person to have all three of the gifts of fate, no matter what.
Thanks for watching this issue of Sentinel Comics, the role-playing game. If you want the next issue, click right here. Bye.